Hello and welcome to the north. Mist-covered forests, frozen lakes and long-buried secrets. The world is changing. Railways spread, science overtakes superstition. Cities rise along with the illusion of safety. But beyond the light, in deep woods on windswept shores, something older stirs. This is Vaesen, a Nordic horror role-playing game set in 19th century Northern Europe. The players you see around me are part of the Society, a secret order cursed with the sight. They see what others deny. Creatures of myth and nightmare are real, and they do not like being forgotten. But sometimes the greatest horror is the one we carry. Welcome to Vaesen.
Hello, hello, streamers. What it might be is I've just had to restart it restarted itself on my iPad, making me the most recent person to jump on. Potentially that might be related.
Right, I just rebooted my. Right, so I think everyone needs to reboot their sessions because there's only myself and Sebastian currently. Uh, that's rather frustrating.
What's that? Am I alive?
Sorry about this, people watching. This is there we are. We now have Anna and Julian and Taika.
I won't show us online because Amy's using my computer.
Fair enough. And Henrik. Everyone is now therefore present. So hang on. So you're signed in as Anna, so you'll need me to roll for you then, Emma, is that right?
Yeah, but roll for Maude.
Roll for Maude. Fabulous. Okay.
Wonderful. Cool. Right. Sorry. Hello, everyone. Here.
Why, hello. So obviously we're back at the inn. You've all kind of you've met there, and it's late evening, and you had all the news and stuff from caught up with each other. So it's about at this point where you were spending the rest of the afternoon. Those of you that suffered injuries were being treated and tended to.
Yeah, Anna and I are technically out for the next 24 hours, as it were.
Well, no, just until the morning. Just
Yeah,
until the morning.
Fair enough.
We were doing not fully healing Anna, but just so we didn't have to miss a full day. So we're partially healing her and carrying on.
Yeah. Everyone's basically been able to heal one condition. And,
It's not very feeling of Julian.
And,
Here, let me patch you up, or you'll be fine.
Yeah,
I would also like
whatever.
it stated for the record that Anna's been an absolutely awful patient and refusing to sit still while Julian's trying his best to sit her together.
Well, that
Julian
surprises
is
me.
absolutely astonished by this news.
Okay, so people, or what is the plan? You're going to go to bed and have a deep night's sleep with no dreams and nothing untoward happening. Is that right? Or are people wanting to go out in the night and sort that out?
And die.
Well, I do think that a good night's sleep obviously has a lot of merit to it, but one thought that just occurred to me as we were getting started that I didn't have last time is if this thing looks human during the day, maybe it would be better for us to go to the cave during night, control it with the staff, and then be there when it comes back to a human form in the daytime, and then control it in human form.
Sebastian has been thinking big things with all the information he's found out.
Big things with the big brain.
He has a plan.
Yes, he's oinking like a pig, yes. That may be a subtle message, a clue, who knows?
What? It's too subtle if it's aimed at someone like me, just so you know.
It's not. Just joking. Why do we need to go to the cave if we can use the staff to summon it anywhere we want, technically?
That's true. We probably need to go to the cave at some point anyway, but we could wait in the hotel till just before dawn, then bring it here and have it go human, and then we can go and look at the cave tomorrow.
Does everybody remember stuff that was revealed last week?
I'm guessing since you asked, no.
Anna would weigh in, but she's not here, so she can't.
Where are you?
She's upstairs having her chest sewn up by Julian.
Yes, I'm trying to be as decent as I possibly can, putting her back together, blushing the
go
entire
to
time,
you.
I'm sure.
Anna is
We
definitely
can go to
making
you.
Julian blush with this whole situation.
And I'm overly apologising, going, yeah, I'm terribly sorry. It's normally soldiers who are quite like this, so I'm not used to your... But, you know, everything shipshape, as it were, or whatever you might like it to be shaped like.
Like normal shapes, please. Like not any weird shape, just normal.
Well, it's been a while, but, you know, I'll do my best.
That is not inspiring great confidence, Julian. Julian's
like scarlet.
Yeah. Anna, who'd been teasing him for the fun, is now like, oh shit, I've gone too far and he's going to really mess this up.
I should really make him do agility rolls because his hand's shaking so much.
She was also complaining loudly every time he stabs her with a needle.
It's just unthought.
Well,
Not
you have
thoughtful
fun.
at all. Yeah.
I think
So-
you can go to sleep.
What have we forgotten? What did I tried to be as rounded and say everything that I possibly could in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Which of course I wrote around trying to see to Anna.
Mm-hmm.
What are we forgetting? Oh my gods.
Well, there we go. If you can't remember, it doesn't matter, obviously.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Okay,
not
but
really the potential way of finishing this within the next 30 seconds, but you know.
But I kind
Time
of
is
like that.
ticking.
I kind of like that idea of, especially if we could find an area that had a fence or something. So when we summon it, it's trapped, and then we just wait for sunrise.
I don't think we get a say on where exactly it spawns, as it were.
Yes, we do with the staff. And also, we don't need a fence. We need lots of apples. Or nuts.
Or something like the hotel basement.
Oh wait, didn't it say that the stick could summon the creature in a place without sunlight during the day?
Yes, exactly. That's how the bastard summoned it.
I thought that was why Sebastian suggested the cave.
Why?
Well, without sunlight, it's not going to reach into the cave, is it?
I would like to point out that it is also dark at this point.
We are all being very stupid, it seems.
No, I was aware it was dark. That's what I was thinking initially. I said the cave because we know the cave is somewhere we need to go, and it has an association already, and it'd be somewhere we could be waiting for the sun to come up. But I think what other people have pointed out, and I would certainly correct my original thoughts, is with knowing the sun is coming up anyway, and we can bring it to us, we don't need to travel as far as something like the cave.
Well, I agree with that. It's just that we haven't been to the cave yet, and it's another variable. Right? Like, we don't even know if there's something else in the cave, or maybe that's where the portal to hell is or something. We have no idea about the cave. Like, we should eventually check it out.
Yeah, exactly, yes. So we can do the cave in the morning and make sure that we've got it. But if we can resolve the issue of actually this person not being a creature anymore without going there, then we can go there tomorrow once we've reduced the threat.
Right.
Right, sleep then.
Did we have anything on how you reverse the initial sort of spell that was done to create the thing in the first place?
No.
Because that's the other thing, isn't it? We can bring this thing to us and then wait for daylight, and it'll become human. But we still don't know how to keep it human into the following night, do we?
I'm not even sure it becomes human. It would just what's the word? Compared to werewolf or something where it turns human or whatever. Because if we assume it's Katerina and she's turning human every day, why didn't we see her? Why didn't she what?
I'm guessing the point of earlier about how it could be kept in creature mode if it was kept out of the light. It's probably been in the basement of the lighthouse in that cage the whole time in animal form, and that's why Katerina hasn't come back to the hotel at any time.
Right, that makes sense. So do we summon it outside or at night or inside at any point?
It doesn't matter, but why would do it outside if it's cold and snowy and whatever?
Because then it's gonna we summon it and it remains a Gloson even though it's morning, because it's inside. Right, just like in the lighthouse basement.
So I'm just going to ask you guys a question. What do you plan on doing with the Gloson?
That's why I was just sorry.
Do you understand what the Gloson is?
So my understanding, my impression is that it's a person who's been turned into a Gloson,
Right.
but we don't know for definite whether the person involved is retrievable from the Gloson or not, which is why I was just asking if we had any idea on a reversal of that original spell that made it a Gloson. Because if there is a reversal, we get a human being back and
We know nothing about the fucking spell, for God's sake.
So I couldn't hear you properly then, Taika.
We know nothing about the damn spell.
So
there were never descriptions of any rituals or whatever. We just know that one guy did one thing, the other guy used them, whatever, stick that bastard on them. Nothing about specific spell, ritual, or whatnot.
Well, there are two living sources that might have more information on it. One are the remaining art students who were intending to do this, but probably haven't actually done it themselves. It was probably our lighthouse then. The other one is the vicar, who was already aware of what a Gloson was and has been studying his enemy.
By the way, are you guys all having this conversation in separate places?
No, we went upstairs when they were patching up.
So you've gone upstairs. You're all in.
I'm assuming it's in a different place. I'm assuming this isn't all happening while Anna's being patched up.
I don't imagine we're in the room while
No.
Well, I would imagine at this point Anna has been patched up, and it's more a question of rest and recovery from the patching up being done.
I will, in that case, ask Anna if she wants to go and hear what the raised voices are about downstairs, or something. I thought that they would all be in the dining room or the salon or something.
Anna goes, "Fuck it, yeah, come on then." I'm gonna pull herself up and head off downstairs, joining them.
Okay.
Right, what have we decided? Julian says as we come in.
Nothing.
Nothing. All right.
Right. Where are Satan's sisters or whatever they are? Wishing.
Where is the stuff? First of all.
Sorry, Artie, what was that again?
Who holds the stuff?
Maude has it.
Can I have it?
Yeah, Maude hands it over.
Right. What can I learn from it, if possible?
It is a staff made of wood.
Well, Lindenwood. Excuse you.
Yeah.
Why aren't
anybody who was in the lighthouse when all the trouble kicked off, give me an inspiration roll.
I thought, and it chimes in, I thought we were all going to summon it in daylight and then break the staff. I thought that was our plan.
That's what I suggested last.
Oh, sorry, I did investigation rather than inspiration.
Anna and I are uninspired. We're too knackered.
No, but Anna's just said something very interesting.
There's no reason to believe that that will necessarily undo the spell, because this is the control, not the creation. By breaking the staff, what you might do is just still have a Vaesen, but no longer control it anymore.
Well, then, in that case, let's ask the sisters, and if they have nothing, then unfortunately that will have to be... We have no other indication at the moment.
Then we'll just kill it, for God's sake. That's why I want to summon it where we are ready to fight it.
But
we
unlike a lot of us,
only 3 of us attacking it. I feel like with 6 of us, will people all right?
But unlike most of the Vaesen we've faced, this is potentially an innocent person inside of it.
Yeah, I think let's just summon it, surround it with apples and nuts, let it chow down and see what happens.
Miss Spencer, you're going to need an awful lot of apples, please.
That's a good
Or
point. That's
how
one
we
of the
can
things.
do this in the morning.
That's one of the things that we forgot. If you completely surround it by apples, it's stuck inside.
Can I just, as an independent observer,
You're not that
ask,
independent, mate.
quite, but just ask you a general question. How much do you eat?
We're probably quite hungry right about now.
And what happens once you've eaten enough?
You sleep.
Well, do you think that you can actually just keep the Gloson occupied all night with apples?
Oh no, I thought we were something in the morning, not now. In the daylight, surely. Anna looks around at the group.
Or just before daylight, because you don't know if the summon works on the human form, but then as it becomes daylight, so it becomes human as it arrives. You know what I mean?
I like that idea, Sebastian.
Yeah, we do it just before dawn, so that we only have to keep it occupied for 20 minutes.
20 minutes seems like a lot.
30 seconds, ideally.
Yeah.
It's a big pig.
So we have to get that dawn timing right.
Right, I'm going to go and find. I'm going to go and find the ladies and see if they can give me anything at all.
Okay.
Just also at the same time, after talking about controlling it, we did, as I said earlier, one thing I forgot, but I've just remembered from the conversation we had there, it was partly being controlled in the lighthouse from being inside a circle of apples. So if we summoned it inside a circle of apples, then we'd have it contained anyway, wouldn't we?
Right, and then we would just have to wait 2 minutes for the sun to rise.
Yeah, summon it inside a circle of apples just before sunrise and it becomes human. But between now and sunrise, we still need to know what happens next, because we don't yet know what we can do to make that human again, if that's possible.
Well, we have all day tomorrow to figure that out.
Well,
We have the daylight tomorrow. We could, if it's Katerina, we can ask her what happened to her. Like, when was the first time? What was the circumstances? Then we'd have one more person that knows about the Gloson and the lighthousekeeper.
true.
Have I found the ladies yet?
Where are you looking?
In what time of day is it? Evening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Dining room then.
kind of 7-ish.
Dining room then.
So you go downstairs and you go to the dining room, but you hear them talking in the living room.
I go through to the living room then.
Oh, doctor.
Hello, ladies. Sorry, I've been rather overtaken with care for Captain Coombe today. So, let's not beat about the bush too much.
Mm-hmm.
Your year walk ritual. Any kind of counter ritual that you know of? Where did you get the information from
We
about
didn't complete it.
You didn't complete it.
No. We did
What do
all
you
the
mean?
preparation, and we got everything ready, and we started the summoning, but then everything seemed to go horribly wrong, and we ran away.
When you say everything went horribly wrong, what actually happened, please? And please be honest with me. I am not going to judge, but we really need to sort this out if we're going to get at least one person back alive. I'm a doctor. I know a few things you ladies wouldn't care to know. I'm not here to judge either of you.
That pig appeared.
Well, unfortunately, that is what happens with the year walk. And where did you perform it?
In the cave. The rooting cave.
I see. That's good to know.
We hadn't noticed it. There was a cage in the corner of the room, of the cave, and we were so caught up. We'd gone there the day before and prepared the cave, had it all looking nice. And and then we were distracted by the disappearance of Katerina.
How did she disappear?
She went looking for her dog.
Oh, of course. Carry on.
And the next day we wanted just to get it finished, so we sort of dashed the cave and we started. And the next thing we heard was this noise, and the cage in the corner, just hidden in the shadows at the back of the cave, and it was there in the cage, and it was banging itself against the doors, trying to break its way out. So we just ran.
That's rather interesting. Thank you, ladies. Anything else you can tell me at all? Who was the one who proposed the ear walk? Who told you about it? How did you find it out?
It's something we've wanted to do for a long time. We just wanted to find the right location. So, yeah, it was, it was really Olga that found the location. She came here during the summer because there was lots of stories of the power of this area.
Has anyone? I'm guessing the answer is no. But has anyone been back to the cave since?
We haven't left here. You've seen what happened to those that have.
Well, yes.
They've gone. Our friends.
We're sorting this out. You're going to stay here and not leave this place.
Because it doesn't come in here.
And I'm sure it'll be fine. All right?
He wants us dead.
Which is why you're going to stay here, where you'll be fine. All right?
Don't ask it in.
I don't think anyone's going to try and do that. Also, I'm fairly certain we've dealt with the person who meant you and other people of this hotel and of our inclinations ill.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Right. I'm going to go and have a word with my colleagues. Good evening, ladies. And Julian sort of saunters out smartly.
So maybe if we disrupt whatever they did to set up the cave for the ritual, like the sigils on the walls or whatever they did when we go there, maybe that will break the curse.
No, they didn't do anything.
They said they'd started the preparation.
Yeah, and it didn't just happen when they were partway through preparing. Didn't the lighthousekeeper say last time, that, in his journal, didn't the lighthousekeeper say in his journal that his original plan had been to use the staff and use the creature against them when they summoned it, and then, because of his dislike for the hotel, he decided to bring the creature himself and make Catalina be the one who was changed. Didn't the lighthousekeeper summon it?
Right.
Anna, who's been like slumped in an armchair, then looks up like, the creature appears when people start messing with occult magic they don't understand. That's how it appeared. They tried meddling forces they didn't understand. The Gloson appeared. Like it did in that story we read.
And it randomly appeared in a cage they hadn't seen in the cave. It was put there to go after them by the lighthousekeeper.
Julian walks into the room. How do you know that?
Because he said so in his journal.
What do you know about a cage? Anyway, I was coming here to tell you that maybe we should try and figure out how to perform this ritual in the morning or in the very early morning before daybreak at the cave.
Morning is good. Sleep.
Yes. I believe that with Mr. Lunden, it's rather strange, Mr. Lunden with his linden wood staff, I don't think that now that he is no longer with us, that we'll be bothered by the Gloson. It's not going to be set upon us, so to speak. So I think we should go to the cave, see if there is an intact cage from which a Gloson was at one point released by a certain Mr. Lunden. Hopefully the cage is still intact. but we take a lot of apples just to be on the safe side, and then we wait for daybreak.
Yeah, then we use the staff, command it to get in the cage, put the cage in the sunlight, and wait for it to transform. Seems easy. Bed,
On the
please.
door.
And hope for the best.
There's a knock on the door.
Good lord, who now?
Come in.
It's one of the sisters. I'm sorry. I was just making my way. I needed to have a lie down after our conversation, and I heard you saying about going to the cave before dawn. You'll
Yes,
never
yeah.
make it before dawn. It's
Why?
far too dangerous a walk. It'll take you several hours in daylight.
Oh.
What do you suggest?
Leave once it's light.
It
No
doesn't-
one has ever seen this creature during daylight hours.
If
The
we
cave
summon
dark-
it,
We can summon it in the dark cave, then bring it into the sunlight.
Summon it how?
We have a staff.
And you know how it works?
Vaguely.
could you
Enough
give us?
that we used it before.
Could you give us? some
You're
pointers
talking
on
about
how to
using
use
magic that you have no knowledge or training in. Is that right?
A little bit.
That's our job.
Yeah, that's kind of our thing that we do. We travel around the country doing that. So
Also, madam, you told us that you were artists when we first arrived. Are you trying to say that you are well versed in magic? I won't.
I think you know the truth of that as well as I.
Well, yes, but if you have any pointers, please do give it to us so we can all.
Also,
Go
though,
home,
didn't your
please.
magic not really work? So I'm not quite sure why we'd take pointers from you.
Not exactly what we want to be saying, Captain Coombe, but
But point well made.
do you know how the staff works?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking the sister.
Oh.
Julian sort of very gently pats Anna's shoulder.
Let's.
And it gives a very exasperated look.
May I just say that we thought we knew what we were doing. We have studied these magic rituals for many, many years, and we got it wrong.
Well,
Is it
I haven't-
really worth dabbling with magic that you have never used before? Or
What
don't
are you
understand?
suggesting? There's a
I
young
have
man's
used
life
it.
on the line.
I used the staff before and it worked, so you know. It didn't seem that hard.
Have you ever heard the phrase beginner's luck?
A little
Then
bit, but sort of
Please
feel
tell
like-
us what you think we need to know. Whatever you believe you did wrong, tell us so that we can not make the same mistakes. You obviously came here to tell us something when you heard.
Well, yes, I was coming to advise against trying to get to the cave during the day. However, let's have a look. Ooh. In our experience, to end a curse or to break magic, it's about destroying the method that causes the control.
so we break the
If
stick.
breaking
the
the staff.
stick is what is controlling this beast, then breaking the source of magic is what will result in success. This
Julian
is
throws his
my
shoulders
guess.
back and
I
runs
have
his hand through his hair.
I have never seen in all of my days magic such as this.
Then why are you weighing in? Anna puts her head in her hands. It's like, please, we're summoning the thing, we're breaking the stick. Can we please go to bed?
We go tomorrow, as soon as we up. We go to the cave, we summon the thing, we break the staff as soon as it's Katerina.
Yeah.
Sounds
Done.
good. That's a
No,
plan
and
for
we'll
Take
now.
a load of apples.
Yes. Anna pushed herself up and heads to the door. She's off.
Ms. Sorry, what was your name? I'm saying to the witchy lady.
Yes, so the one that you're talking to is the tall, skinny one. And she says, "Oh, Frida."
Frida, thank you very much for helping us. And you and Charlotte?
Clara.
Clara. Just make sure you stay inside and we'll do everything that we can tomorrow. All right? Hopefully we will all have our liberty soon.
You want this to be right. Sleep well.
And you.
And she shuffles off.
Right, in that case, I'm going to turn in early once I've rifled through the kitchens a little bit.
Well, it's about 8 p.m. at this point.
Grab any apples.
You've already nicked them all. You took them all, in the morning.
Nuts?
How many have we left?
Wasn't there a circle of apples in the basement of the lighthouse?
Yeah, but you didn't take any of them.
We left them behind.
So you've got about, I think you each had 2 apples. So basically, the 3 of you that went to the church will still have your 2 apples, but all the others are used.
Literally BRB. Be right back.
But we can also grab nuts and things.
Well, 6 apples should be enough.
We probably don't have time for that.
So you're all off to bed?
Yes.
We leave at dawn.
Huzzah! Okay. So, cock-a-doodle-doo and all that jazz. Dawn it is.
Apologies.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine.
What's the time?
About 7. Still darkish.
Don't say that, Taika. No dreams. Leave it. It's a dreamless night. It's fine.
You can have one if you like.
No, we're good. Taika.
Julian double checks the kitchen for any forgotten apples, maybe.
So when you go into the kitchen, you see a raven sat on the counter by the sink. No.
Do I?
No.
Eating the last apple. What an apple.
Yeah.
Blimey, so it was an apple that was alive. It didn't laugh wriggle.
Charming. So. Come on, people. You're not...
Right, Anna staggers downstairs. Right, let's do this thing. Breakfast?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Lisa bustles in, and please let me at least do something to help.
I mean, a cooked breakfast would be right on the money right now.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Some eggs, some coffee.
Bit of bacon.
If you must.
We have Danish bacon.
What makes it
Not
bacon?
vast and hope.
For a number of reasons, I've gone right off bacon recently.
This is William's bacon.
I beg your pardon?
William's bacon.
What do you mean? What?
William's
what is it?
bacon.
Who's William?
Well,
The farm, presumably.
I guess so.
Did someone kill and bring William?
All right, just coffee for me, please.
It's excellent bacon.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it's lovely.
Right, so she makes you all breakfast. And by the time you've nommed it, the sun is starting to rise. Huzzah, huzzah.
Onwards. All right, then. Should we go,
Yep.
folks?
Off we go.
Okay. So you head off towards the rooting cave. So this is, as I said, it's a pretty difficult journey for you. So
Rubbish terrain, you mean?
it's pretty rubbish, yeah. So you have to head over to the north part. Should we get the area map up again?
How did these poor ladies manage it? Did they have horseback?
Women can manage rough terrain, Julian.
I'm just saying. They seem like sort of kitchen sink witches type of thing, as opposed to, you know what I'm trying to say.
It's not like it's a 6-hour hike or even a couple of day hike. It's a few hours. They're fine.
All right, all
Do it
right.
in heels.
So yeah, you're heading up here.
I didn't say anything about heels. I was younger. I was expected to wear heels.
When were you born again, Julian?
It's all very hazy.
All right.
So the path, it's pretty difficult, and you have to make your way up through the hills and climb along, and then the path leads you into a ravine, which is rather difficult and slippery. There's ice and snow, loose rocks. So it's not really the easiest journey at all. I'll need a force test from everybody, please.
Force flipping heck.
Can you roll for Maude, please, Andrew? Oh God, Anna's failed already. Damn it.
Force is meant to be one of your good points.
It is. It's meant to be one of my great bits, but
So Maude has failed.
Almost dying the day before didn't do well for her.
Anna has failed. So everyone who's failed suffers a physical condition.
Before you do the physical conditions, I've got 3 successes. Can I use one of those to help, say, Anna, because I know she's nursing an injury, and sort of support her on the way across the rugged bits?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, you can do that.
Awesome. Anna nearly slips and Sebastian grabs her. She's like, thanks, mate. Oh, no.
Is anyone going to be equally nice and help Maude? Or is Maude just going to lump it?
I can donate one of mine. I've got 2.
Julian reluctantly also says for Maude.
That's not
Maude was probably more likely to have tripped over Ghost as anything else. Okay. And then as you climb down into the ravine, I need an agility test from everybody.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I found mine. It's from catching up.
Did I?
Maude failed. Everyone else succeeded.
I didn't actually look.
Oh no, Sebastian failed.
I am agile. Hurrah.
So Maude is the only one who's failed, is it?
And Sebastian.
Yeah.
Why can I not see Sebastian's?
Mine should be the last one.
Yeah, I can
yes,
see.
Okay, yeah. So Julian.
That's on account of catching Anna.
Julian and Taika both scored 2, so you could technically help the dainty author and the clumsy
and the fop.
Yeah.
Yes, I sort of yank Sebastian along a bit.
So it's difficult to fall over rocks.
You eventually find the cave. Pretty much as the ladies described it, and with the map. And the entrance to the cave itself is really narrow. It's only about 1 meter in diameter. And at first you kind of wonder, oh, is this the right place? But you decide to go in and have a look. And, well, this is what you see.
be very interested to know whose skull that is.
Oh God, this this doesn't look.
So as you go in, there are traces of fire and animal bone fragments, and the walls display symbols carved over the centuries. In the centre of the room, the sisters have drawn a pentagram in chalk. In the middle, there is a human skull with hole drilled into the top, where several incense sticks have been inserted. And in front of it, there is a plate of dried pig's blood in the middle.
Lovely.
Can I investigate the skull? I know it's not a dead body, but I was hoping to use my 2 extra talents.
I think it is a dead body, is it not?
Mark, just
We'll take the doctor's knowledge. Perhaps it's still alive.
hilarious.
I fail to observe if there is a pig around.
Blast.
What is
I got
the
one.
floor? What is
I
the
just wanted to-
floor?
So what you guys can do is you can try and read the inscriptions.
Yeah.
That will be a learning test if anyone wants to do that. An investigation test around the wooden cage, if you like.
I can do that.
And
More
you
like
can
by
also
learning.
investigate around the entrance of the cave or the rest of the cave. So Taika's done a learning. So the runes inscribe things, then they say things like the rooting cave. One part in particular has been interesting for you. There's one bit that says the powers of the swine shall amass and consume the seeing. And another bit says, with linden and nut, the sow shall be mutt.
Sounds good.
Absolutely. So around the cage at the back, you can see there are bits of torn rope and a cloth gag with dried saliva and blood. Looking at the makeup of the bindings, that looks like they once were around a human's wrists.
That's what he did. He bound Katrina in the cage, and then they came and summoned it, and then it possessed her.
And you also see there are hoof tracks left by what seems to be an extremely large pig running out of the cave.
Lovely. So who's got the stick? Taika, do you still have it?
I think Maude had it.
Maude
I
gave
have-
it to Taika.
No,
Oh,
Taika's got it.
Beg pardon.
Before we do any kind of summonings or anything, should we step outside of the cave so we are in sunlight rather than in the cave where it's dark?
But
Can
Sure.
do, but I feel like we want to summon it into the cage, don't we? We want to put it in the cage or something.
That's my
yeah, I
thing.
don't think it will come
I think it's worth
if we're
trying.
outside. If we're outside, I mean.
Yeah, I don't think it'll come in the sunlight.
Well, we were able.
Okay, well, we can try that first, right?
Yeah.
We can try summoning it in the sunlight in the apple circle first, and if that doesn't work, we can go back into the cave.
But if we do release it into the sunlight, I mean, something could happen to it. It might dissolve, for example, and we can't get it into the cage from there.
It's meant to revert to human in sunlight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that's what happens then.
Indeed.
Is it?
Anna's also brought the little dog, by the
Like
way.
werewolf.
Have you just decided that?
Or I meant to say earlier. It was on my list of plans of things. So she's got that just in her coat.
What is the floor of the cave?
Sort of dirt and loose rock.
So there is actual dirt that I can dig in?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
What are you doing?
What are you digging? Yeah, what are you digging with?
Mm,
I've got a knife if you want to try that.
Sure. Well, also, Maude has the actual quarterstaff.
I mean, I don't think a stick's the best thing to dig.
Well,
dig
it
in
can
the
break
water.
it up, you know, like a pick.
Okay. Happy digging, Henrik.
Or just my hands. I'm only gonna
Can
go.
some-
I'm only gonna go a foot down, enough to bury that skull.
So the
Can
whole
somebody also erase this stupid pentagram?
Oh,
yeah,
we've had-
that was my.
We've had a
next thing.
couple of messages in YouTube, but whoever's posted them has withdrawn them again. So that's interesting. I've missed them when they were sharing. So that's
So my plan was to bury that skull, break the bowl, and then take away the pagan symbol and replace it with a Christian one.
and we also have a couple of people watching on Moonbeam. So hello to them. Hello, Storyteller Steve, and whoever the other person is. Thank you for joining us.
All right, are we summoning this thing or what? Anna holds out this hand to Taika to take the stick.
the whole just before we do, the whole pig or whatever it was shall be mutt.
I
Shall
think
be
that's about the
like obedient like a dog is what I'm assuming that
Yeah.
means.
yeah. You use the nuts and stick to tame it.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't think so, Julian?
Just erase whatever is on the floor, so
That's
we
what I'm
don't
doing.
summon anything, and let's
Oh,
go
you
outside.
you scrubbing out the pentagram.
Yes. And
That-
replacing it with a Christian symbol.
Don't
What?
pentegrams usually keep things in?
Yeah, Maude wants to stop that from happening. She says don't pentagrams normally
Julian's
keep
not
things in.
100% happy with that either.
Do you want to summon the devil?
No,
Yeah,
no,
Anna
it's,
grabs hold of Henrik's shoulder. Maybe leave the pentagram.
look, take it from me. Rings, circles, and things like this are incredibly powerful. Maybe don't drop it out, just in case it's a thing that helps.
Why would it help? We have the legend about this thing. Nothing about pentagrams.
Maude says they usually contain things. Maybe we should stand inside the pentagram when we summon the creature.
We tried it outside. For God's sake, make up your mind, people.
Oh,
Okay, let's try it outside first. I just thought that destroying the pentagram would weaken the magic overall.
or it will weaken any protective magic at all that comes from being in this cave.
But what particular? It's what sisters did to try and summon the devil. At least
Yes,
they thought.
But they ran away. The thing was in a cage and they got frightened. But, like, anyway.
Okay, let's try it outside first. I'm eventually going to destroy this pentagram.
Yes.
By all that is holy.
We will destroy this cave if we must.
Okay, so you're going outside.
Yes.
Come on,
Circle of
people. Time is
apples.
ticking, and you're procrastinating even more than
Ja-
usual.
All right.
Julian might be fingering his revolver in his
Yeah.
pocket.
Oh, is that what
Anna's
it is these
already
days?
got out her
Get a
rifle.
room, Julian.
holding that. It's like, all right, Taika, do you want to do the honors?
Yes.
Go on then.
Taika-
Whack it on the ground and summon.
Circle
Take a-
of apples first.
Yes,
No, no,
please.
just have the apples ready. Taika stomps the stick and says, "Come forth, beast."
And there is silence.
I'm so stressed.
Wait. There's a sound. It's faint. But there's definitely a sound. Coming from inside the cave.
Taika, maybe invite it into the sunlight?
Well, Taika stomps again. Come out.
It's nearer to the entrance.
Does he want to? Anna's going to pull the little dog out of her coat and hold it and be like, "Come on, Katrina, the doggy."
Julian takes a
Careful.
few sort of steps forward, trying to peer into the cave.
and you see these two eyes like burning coals staring back at you out of the darkness, and the slight hint of a muzzle.
Come on, Katrina. Out you come.
It's just staying out of the sunlight.
I think it doesn't work.
I'm gonna pop an apple, like literally just in the sunlight, that just beyond the shadow cast by the cave.
Manipulation roll. I need 2 successes.
Who's on a rope? Who wants to try lassoing this thing?
With what?
The rope.
Rope. We have rope.
The entrance is only 1 meter wide, remember?
Where's a harpoon when you need one?
Mark, I have nothing to do.
Can I just to try and keep things moving, remind yourselves what you were going to do?
Break the staff.
Break the staff. We wanted her in the sunlight first.
Why?
It could be torture to her. For all we know, she's going to come out with burns. Right. Taika, give me the staff. You can say it's my responsibility. If it turns out to be the wrong thing to do.
As says the doctor.
I can break the staff. Relax.
All right.
Come on, Taika, smash it.
Right. Puts it to the ground and breaks it with the leg. In half, hopefully.
So how are you breaking the staff?
On the ground with her foot.
Okay, give me a force roll.
God's sake.
There's no food. No.
Oh, bless. Can Anna try as well?
Absolutely.
For God's sake.
Carefully, don't split your stitches.
Anna gets blessed by Saint Sebastian.
No.
It's
Someone
obviously quite a sturdy stick.
Is it
It's
1
2
or
more
2
dice.
with Saint?
2.
2. Come on. There we go. 1.
There we go.
Is it broken? Shut up, Mark. Sorry.
That is not the noise the pig makes. Hey, Bubba. Can you hear me?
Didn't realise.
Oh, look. You can hear me. Hey, Bubba. Mark.
Oh.
Who's a good boy?
Well, he's not
Who's
a
a
good boy.
good boy?
He's hoping for food, but food is gone.
No. Mark, stop. Sorry, people.
He was the beast on there.
Stop it. You've been given
So
food.
you snap the
I
stick,
didn't realise I'd been raised to sainthood.
and you snap the stick, and there is a pulse. You can feel it in the air of energy, and you hear a shrill whine from the pig in the cave, and then there is silence, and you hear the scattering of rocks as it sounds like something is falling down the entrance into the cave, and then there is silence.
Go inside. Take a look.
Yeah, let's go see what's going on.
Cautiously creep indoors.
Creepy. And in the cave, lying at the bottom, naked, you see a very tired and wan-looking lady.
Anna's going to take off her coat quickly and put that over
That
her.
was my thing. I'm doing the gentlemanly thing.
Double coat her.
We both give her jackets.
To be fair, I think Anna's is longer, so I think it's going to cover more of her.
Check if she's alive first. For
Oh,
God's
she
sake.
is. She's breathing.
Okay.
She's gasping, and she kind of looks up. It's gone.
Julian's having palpitations.
It's all right. You're safe now.
It's gone.
Anna's going to give her little dog. You're all good, Katrina. You're all good.
You've got him. You saved him.
May I be permitted to just check you over? I'm a doctor.
I don't care. My boy's okay. Oh. And kind of like hugging the dog. What did he do to me? What did he do?
We're terribly sorry, but it's not going to happen again. It's all over now.
I remember everything.
It wasn't
I
your fault.
did all that.
It wasn't you. It was a thing
I killed
taking
those
over your
women.
body.
I tried not to, but
It
he
wasn't
made
your
me.
fault. It was not your fault.
There was so much blood. There was so much blood. What
Would
did
you
I
like to be
do?
taken home? We can take you home.
Come on.
Let's get you out of this cold, dark cave, shall we?
Okay, I'll need a force roll from everybody, please, for the journey home.
Oh God. Can you do more for us?
Yeah.
Oh, success.
Before we leave, though, I'm going to smash that bowl and smash the cage. I'm going to take the skull, and I'm going to erase the pentagram on the floor.
No.
And,
No.
Yep, we're done
No.
with the pentagram. Somebody's going to use it. There's evil magic around.
Or it could be holding back the portal to hell business.
Yeah, we don't know what the pentagram does, Henrik.
Leave it.
They wanted to open it. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Leave it
that was
alone.
their magic. They said that this was their magic ritual.
All right, but if we come back because all of a sudden imps from hell are bursting out everywhere and killing people, on
How
your head
exciting.
be it.
Yeah, that whatever. Then we get paid for that, hopefully.
Who the hell is paying us?
I erased the pentagram.
I have many bones to pick with whoever believes they are paying us. Many.
Well, we should. We do a lot of good things for people.
I agree. However,
Okay. I erase the pentagram, put a cross in its place, and give the thing a benediction with the holy water.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay.
I,
Is there
for
any
one, am not in
rumbling?
it for-
Any imps show up?
Nope.
Okay, good.
I, for
Julian,
one, am not in it for the money, but that might be because I've got enough already.
Julian failed his force roll. Is Sebastian or Taika going to save him?
I fall
Happy
over
to help.
everything on the way back. I do not look cool at all.
To be fair, you've seen like 2 topless women in one day.
And
so you're probably
somebody
having fun.
somebody
I am
will
not
need to be
okay.
helping Katrina as well. So I suggest somebody who rolled 2 is helping Katrina. Probably Sebastian.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. So you get back to the hotel. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon by the time you get back. And there is much crying and gratitude from Lisa as you bring Katrina into the hotel, and she helps you get her upstairs into her room. And so, oh, thank you so much.
And the I assume the sisters came out.
Yeah, the sisters will be there.
I asked one of them, where did they get the skull?
Where did we get it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's well, unfortunately, well, she's dead now, so I don't think we'll ever know where she got it from.
Olga, presumably.
Oh, no. No, it wasn't Olga's at all. It was Josephine's.
Oh.
Josephine, who chatted to the priest.
Yes.
I mean, a priest has a lot of access to skulls.
Oh no, we brought it with us.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's where it's going anyway.
Can we team huddle in the lounge, folks?
Yep.
Well, yes, it's still in the afternoon, even though we're all exhausted from the hike.
Indeed. And it's going to quickly shut and lock the door once they're in there without Lisa and people.
Oh, this is covert. What's going on?
So, lighthouse guy's dead. We already sent word to the police about the death of Olga. My advice is that we say lighthouse guy had kidnapped Katrina. We went and got her back. Sort of skip over the supernatural element and try and get that dead body ticked off.
I mean, he had a gun. It was self-defense, technically.
Yes.
We tried to free Katrina.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to let her or the dog leave, and
Indeed.
took out a gun. I happen to have a gun on me. There it is.
Indeed.
As an
we play.
As an individual, I don't have an issue with that. The thing I'm slightly nervous about, though, is for all of this individual's sins, he was performing a long-standing role of local protection. Is there a risk that we detract from that by painting him as a baddie to the wider populace, and their faith in that role diminishes the role itself?
I doubt that will happen. A lot of local people think of Katrina as the bad person, and so we'll probably be very glad to see the back of us. I doubt. Like, come in.
Oh no! Hello.
The door opens and Katrina shuffles in.
Good evening, Miss Johnson. How are you feeling?
I don't know where to begin.
Would you like me to properly look you over? How are you feeling?
Physically, I think I'm fine. She holds her arms out. She says, I have no injury. I think whatever that thing was, it kept me safe.
Mm-hmm.
Locked away, almost.
Yes. Yes. Quite so. What happened to him? To London?
We killed him.
We were trying to get to the truth. And,
No, I don't need to know.
Of course.
I can't say I'm sorry. Not after what he put me through.
No.
He was considered a good man here. What could drive a man who is supposedly doing good to be so evil?
He did try and set fire to your hotel last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was good. I think this town just has some few backward ideas.
A lot of people.
Who knows you are here?
Linnea?
Lisa, the people in this hotel. That's about it.
There is a stagecoach that leaves at dawn tomorrow. May I suggest you are on it?
What will you say when people ask questions?
I will tell them I do not know. I will tell them that he captured me and that he shut me in a cage and that I got out.
I think you need more witnesses to swear to your alibi, Lisa. You're not, to put it frankly,
I do not.
well liked around here. I think having our word would back you up.
Look at me. She holds her arms out and, she's gaunt, she's drawn, she is haggard. She's not injured. She's got like some grazes but nothing.
She doesn't
you
fit
think-
the physical description of something that caused those deaths.
Is anyone going to think I overpowered him? He was a big man.
Mm.
But he was just shot.
You
Yeah,
don't
you
really
just have to
need be-
grab his gun and shoot him with it.
Yeah, you don't need to be strong to shoot someone.
Maybe you could even say that you heard a commotion, that you were downstairs, you heard a commotion, and you were able to
Please.
get.
You have earned free stay here for the rest of your lives. You will never have to pay to come here on holiday again. Please.
Maude just says, I'm not sure we'll want to holiday here.
It's very pretty in the sun.
I'm sure it is.
Please.
You're doing this for our safety. We appreciate that.
Who's going to believe the truth?
We don't have to tell them the whole truth. We can just say that we were the ones that helped get you out of that, just so no finger can be pointed at you.
And I appreciate it.
If you have need of us, write to us or have the priest write to us, right?
Lisa has told me that the village have been out looking for me. I think that no matter what any of them thought about the hotel, the fact that I have been gone and missing for so long will make people think twice. They aren't bad people here, they are just traditional in their ways.
Anna rolls her eye.
I see you have met people like that before.
Mm-hmm.
A lot recently.
Anyway, I cannot force you to go, but that carriage will be leaving first thing in the morning. It will be so much easier if you are on it.
Okay, then.
If that's what you
Then
want
we
to
should go.
do that.
The sisters appear at the door behind her. Yes, we agree with her. You may not think much of us,
No.
but we have spent our lives creating stories to hide the truth.
That pentagram that was in the cave, you put that there?
Yes, we did.
Thank goodness.
Not to your storytelling. We sort of saw through your artistic ruse within a matter of minutes. Maybe practice a little more.
Also, how about stop doing magic, both of you? Just stop. Just stop doing magic. Work on your art.
Go for painting.
We have lost two of our closest friends. We have been a four for nearly 30 years.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Things could never be the same again. We have
It all
a lot of wrongs to make right. Penance, she turns to Henrik, I think is what Christians say.
That's right.
And with that, she nods and turns and leaves the room.
Before she leaves, is there anything left from Olga, like a diary or something that we can bring to I forgot her name.
Linnea.
Our mentor, Linnea, yes. Because they were friends and stuff. Maybe she wants something.
A memento, at least.
Mm.
We see you have helped yourself to her books.
How do you know
We have a key to the room. We could have let you in.
I think we asked you to let us in, and you said no.
You were not very helpful at first. Let's be honest.
We didn't know we could trust you. Do you want to really argue about stuff now? Is it really important when two people are dead?
Fine, we'll bring books.
About stuff. It was more if there's anything that a very dear friend of hers would be able to have. A
Not
friend
here.
who, when she was in the thickest of anything, called to her for aid.
Not here, unfortunately. We didn't come here with much at all. We don't live here. This was just a break. Sorry.
Oh well.
Miss Svensson, don't suppose you could put together just one or two things for us to take for our journey tomorrow, please?
Oh, yes, of course. I can make you up some food to eat on your journey. Absolutely.
Wonderful, thank you. Nothing with any apples. Or bacon, for me.
I feel like I'd go for a good pork roast with a bit of applesauce, just about that, actually.
We can always have a little one when we get home.
No.
All serving.
Right, so is there anything anyone else wants to do this evening, or shall we get you on your way?
Yes, before... Sorry, go ahead.
What was that, Anna?
Oh, Anna was just saying, yeah, let's get out of here.
Henrik?
Just after it gets dark, I'm going to do a... I keep thinking dine and dash. What do you call it when you leave something on someone's front porch and ring the doorbell and run away?
Yeah.
Well, like a
Are
bag of
you
dog
leaving
food
the
on fire.
skull on the priest's doorstep?
Correct. So I'm just going to hammer on after it gets dark, I'm just going to leave it there, hammer on the door, and then go around the corner back to the hotel.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be happy.
That doesn't sound threatening or intimidating in the slightest. That's absolutely fine. Yep, you do that.
I'm sure he'll be able to figure out what to do with it. I'm not carrying the skull home on a bit in my bag.
Fair enough.
I wanted to get rid of it. I thought it was like an ominous threat.
Okay, I'll leave a note. Please bury this.
No, make it please bury me, just to worry him a bit.
Yeah, that's right.
I know what you've done. Repent.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So you get up the next morning. Lisa has some food for you, and you make your way to the carriage. You jump on the carriage, a very uneventful journey back, and eventually you get on the train. Anything anybody wants to do on the train? Are you anyone going to rest, or are you just going to...
I think Anna's just going to get some sleep.
Are there any books that we haven't read that we got while we were away?
We got a whole bunch.
We have a lot because we have the pile from the lighthousekeeper, and we have Olga's books and the lighthousekeeper's books.
Yeah.
You've got quite a few different occulty type books.
Can I read the most interesting?
Which is the most interesting?
I don't know, mate. These are the books that you're proposing. I don't know. I don't know. One with a pentagram on it. One that's got a particularly interesting foreword. One that's got, some very well-known alchemist signature in the margin. I don't know, mate.
I will read the second most interesting book.
Yeah.
The ones.
Are you trying to read it for any particular purpose, or is it just reading literature?
Yes.
Okay.
She's after the one which is infused with the foul stench of death.
Fabulous. Give me a
Yeah,
learning
that'll
roll.
do me. That'll do me. That sounds like an interesting read. I'll see
Give me
what
a learning
I can...
roll.
Learning roll. Hang on. Have I
You
got
too,
a
Leaf.
symbol?
Yep.
Hold on a minute. I'm not really looking for clues. I'm just reading, so I will just read.
Okay. Right, that's fine.
Do I learn anything?
You never know.
What do you mean I never know?
Well, you've read stuff, but whether it's going to be of any use to you, you don't know yet, do you?
So this is... I've done the learning roll, and now whatever I've learned will come up in an inspiration roll in the future if I roll
Correct.
high enough.
Does
Why are you like
Julian? Does Julian also get a couple of extra dice because Julian is also a bookworm like myself?
Look, when I'm looking for clues, I'm not really looking for clues. I'm just reading the book.
No, but it's when you're doing learning from books, isn't it, bookworm? And you're doing it from a book.
No.
But sorry to be slightly Carl about this, Carl, but the actual thing states +2 to learning when looking for clues in books or libraries. I'm literally just reading a book.
Fair enough.
But thank you.
How long is this train journey?
Quite right.
Well, if you're planning on having a sleep, you'll probably get about 3 to 4 hours sleep.
Fabulous.
Excuse me.
Perfect.
Sorry, how long was the overall journey?
You'll get into Uppsala at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, sorry,
Hang
the
on,
next day?
No, same day.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
not 100 miles away from it.
Oh, okay, good.
Hang on, I have something for Anna.
Oh no, you don't. Anna's having a nice peaceful rest, recovering from near
She's
death.
having a nap. Little nap.
Yeah, she's just napping on a nice rocking train, and it's soothing, and she's dreaming of small lambs, and that's all.
She's gently napping, and there comes a tapping.
As of someone gently rapping.
Gently rapping on her
on the
chamber door. Yeah, the cows really do this. For anyone watching at home not familiar, that's The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe.
What the fuck?
I take it that's to what Andrew sent you, and not you hating on Edgar Allan Poe.
What?
All right there, Anna.
No, 1 second. I'm just going to reply 1 second to you, Andrew, because what the fuck?
It's a joke.
I'm confused by the joke.
This is gold for people watching at home, isn't it?
Absolutely. I shall share it with everybody and see if anybody else can describe.
What? I don't understand it. Is this...
So, because of the sort of stuff I normally share with you, this is what I've sent to Anna.
So this doesn't happen, this was just a joke?
Oh, no, it happens. But you're so used to shitty things happening.
So what, is she wearing a cap then? What does the cap
You've
come
put
from?
something over your face to make it dark so that you, like...
You've put a hat or something over your face to fall asleep. You've woken up, gone, oh my god, I can't see, and then gone, oh, it's a hat.
And panics that she wakes up and a hat's on her head.
She goes, I can't see anything! I can't see anything!
I feel like she wouldn't though.
Oh, I think she would.
All right,
Shit,
fine.
I can't
Anna's having
see.
a lovely-
What's happening? Right.
Anna's having
She
a
throws the hat
lovely
off.
nap, wakes up
throws
like
the
a
hat.
moon, throws the
So
hat
anyway,
across
it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon when you eventually pull into Uppsala station, and I'm guessing you make your way back to the castle. Are you ready for this? I've changed the castle image because I was bored with it.
Have you?
Ooh.
Hey?
Ooh, pretty.
Oh, I say.
Very
That's our
nice.
Lawn. Nice.
Ooh.
Can't quite tell if it's got vampire vibes or no, I won't say the other one.
That's the main living room at the back.
Very
Yeah.
pretty.
I just liked it.
Mostly vampire vibes.
So, so you
Only
make
Maude
it back,
vibes.
and
Very high end one.
Algot meets you, and he has a letter in his hand.
Nope. I'm not reading that.
Julian's like, what?
What?
What is it, Algot? When did it arrive? And can we not have a moment's peace?
I'm sorry, Master Julian. What do you mean?
The letter in your hand. When did it arrive? Who's it from? Do you know anything?
Oh, this. Oh, I don't think it's anything untoward. It's just. Oh, hang on. I don't seem to have put it into the handout, so I can't even give it to you. Hang on. Oh no, this just literally arrived this afternoon. It's for Master Henrik.
Probably from your overlord.
I shall read it.
Hang on. Let me just make sure I've put the right one. Yep. Okay, this is the one. Right, it should now be in your
What's the number?
1.9.
1.9.
Yes, no?
Oh, there you go.
Care to share with the group, Henrik?
Oh, I see. Yep. Well, oh yeah. Can we go sit down?
Yeah.
Do we need to sit down?
No. It seems helpful. Here, let me start at the beginning.
All right.
Throws herself into an armchair.
Yep. Julian does the same.
My dear Henrik, you asked me a difficult question and a curious one. And you know me, I never like to leave a mystery unopened. I've spent some days searching through what records I could access on my travels, consulting notes and accounts from old monastic libraries and parish ledgers. As you may have guessed, there is little written on such things that could be called reliable, and what does exist is often contradictory. One school of thought insists that the natrum is a simple metaphor, an allegory for grief or guilt, clothed in feathers and superstition, a shadow cast by our own failings, nothing more. The kind of tale used by mourners and monks to explain better things left unexplained. Others, however, take it more seriously. One account, anonymous and frustratingly vague, suggests that such a creature appears not merely at the moment of death, but before it, like a herald. Not unlike the banshee tales from the Isles, although darker in nature. What troubles me is that many of these stories end not in madness, but in silence. The final words in a journal, the last entry in a ledger, no conclusion, only absence. Still, I would not be so bold as to suggest you're facing such a thing. But if you are, be careful who you trust. These things do not seek out the foolish, Henrik. They are drawn to the clever, the brave. I've enclosed something with this letter. A short tale transcribed from an old devotional text I found in a church in Harnostrand. It may just be a folktale, but such things are often the cracked mirrors through which the truth still gleams. May wisdom guide you, Ephraim Corp. And he did. There's a story of the raven. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
It's titled The Man Who Spoke with Ravens. They say there was once a man who lived alone at the edge of the woods, where the land forgets his name. Its name. He was a clever man, a teacher, and people came to him for wisdom. One winter, a raven came to his window and knocked its beak upon the pane. The man did not shoo it away, he welcomed it. The raven returned the next day and the next. It began to speak to him, not in words, but in thoughts. and the man, being clever, listened. Over time, he changed. He no longer welcomed visitors. His eyes grew darker, his voice thinner. He stopped writing letters. He forgot the names of the saints. And then one morning, there were 2 ravens at his window. They say the forest took him. No one ever found his body, but the ravens stayed. People still hear them sometimes calling down from the trees, one for sorrow, one for silence. They say if you hear them knock at your window, you must never answer, because they only knock when the man inside has already begun to disappear. And that's it.
Well, that was frustratingly vague and ominous.
Wonderfully encouraging.
Great.
Well, I suppose it is encouraging that he went out of his way to fucking help us, so...
I mean, yes, that's true. At least there's someone else out there researching this shit.
Can... Oh, who was it now? Can Julian... I think it was Julian, Sebastian... I think, but I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Julian, Sebastian, and Taika. Can the 3 of you give me inspiration rolls? And can Emma check her WhatsApp messages?
I am vastly uninspired, it seems. Excuse me.
Sebastian? We lost Sebastian.
Okay.
Wait, what? What was the town in the letter, Henrik?
It was...
Harusan?
Harnosand.
It sounds familiar.
Whose cat is that? That's wonderful.
That's my sister's fucking animal.
Yeah, you're on, Mike.
Right. What do I know?
Hang on.
You recognise it, Taika? Maude seems like she recognises the name too.
It was mentioned in a journal found when looking into Maud's soul transfer to save her sister.
Well, tell us about this journal.
If you all look at 3.1 extracts from the Journal of Evan Westerholm that you found about 4 sessions ago, maybe 5.
Oh, with Maud's the stone, the thing when it turns the creature. Oh yeah, remote library in Harusan. Templar Vault.
You can't see anything. The text is very small for my eyes.
It was in the journal. He said, I've traced its path through history from Templar Vault to the hands of alchemists. Enter a remote library in Harusan with fragments of our manuscripts for its purpose. When he was searching for the seal
of Solomon,
whatever it was that
yes,
the spirit in front of the dog.
The Seal of Solomon.
Dr. MM in YouTube have said ravens have been prophetic throughout. The giant raven dream.
Mm.
Dun,
Following
dun.
her.
Interessant.
How far away is this place? I hope Anna's gonna look around people. Do anyone know it? How long would it take us to travel there? People who know Sweden more than me.
Yes.
Henrik, how long will it take to travel to there?
I actually have no idea where it is. Henrik would.
Hang on. I will show you on the map. I just need to remind myself. That's right. Okay, so if you go onto the maps,
Ooh, that's a long way away. All right.
and if you scroll in, you can actually even see it written
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to take a trip to the library in Harrowstand.
Is that the railway track that's on the map?
It is.
Yeah.
So we'd need to get a connection. That would be quite a journey.
Yeah.
But at least we seem able to get there by train alone.
Yeah, it looks like the train goes up and then we switch lines down to Sundsvall, and then we just walk. Oh no, there's a train track going right to Harnowstand.
Yeah.
So that's good, but that's 100, 200, 300, 400. That's like 500 kilometers away.
Yeah. It would be several days.
Yeah, it's not kind of a day trip, really.
No.
It's not the kind of place you go when you think you might know a little something about something. It's a place maybe we go when we have a bit more to go on.
Informazione.
Indeed.
It does seem like it might be a useful place.
It does.
So anyway, you're there, and yes, you're back home. Huzzah!
Did anyone want to go talk to Linnea? Tell her Olga's dead?
Yes,
I really don't want to tell her that she's dead.
I can deliver the news.
You're going to do that today?
I can do that this evening and then
Yeah.
and then rest. Yes.
I'll go with Julian. That's kind of my job as well.
Okay.
I'll let you two handle it.
Okay. Well, we can do role play that quickly. Anybody going to be doing anything else whilst they're away, or are you just going to be resting your aches and pains?
What can I do that heals mental damage?
Well, I mean, talking to Henrik is quite a good thing, because he can help you heal. So I believe because that's kind of normally what you do. You've got some mental damage to heal.
I do, yeah. All right, Anna's going to wander with you guys, and as we walk to the asylum, just to chat to Henrik to heal a bit of mental damage going on.
Okay, well, I mean,
Seeing me as a troll.
We'll meet at the pub while we're done with Linnea. I'll meet you at the Golden Dragon.
All right, that sounds like a much better plan. I'll do that. I'll meet you there.
so the best way to heal mental conditions, it's just being in a safe space, having a close dialogue.
Sounds good. Pub
So-
it is.
Okay,
And a few drinks never hurt either.
Hey.
that does seem to be your go-to thing for the two of you. So that's
It
pretty
does.
cool.
We made up some great drinking songs in that pub, so you know.
Yeah. And nothing like a pub where you can drink for free.
Indeed.
Okay, so you head to the asylum, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And you arrive there, and the orderly says, "Oh yes, she's upstairs." Recognizes you at this point. So goes, "Yeah, I know you know the way. Go on." And
We go.
when you get there, Olga is sitting on the edge of the bed.
I think you mean
Olga,
Linnea.
Linnea is sitting on the edge of the bed, and she looks up as you come in. And, I was expecting you. How are you? I have to say, you both look like you've been on a very long journey.
We have. Linnea, I'm afraid we have a little bit of bad news that we feel obliged to tell you.
Olga's dead.
I'm afraid so.
I know.
We're very sorry.
Thank you. I very much appreciate that you've decided to come and tell me yourselves, but I've already heard.
How did you hear?
Oh. She kind of looks down. Rumours, somebody told me.
I see. Well, we're deeply sorry for the loss of your friend.
And so am I. Very, very tragic. It may be hard for you to believe or understand, but she was a good person. She just didn't necessarily understand her place in the world. I think being able to see and do the things that she could do made her feel very alone.
Well, she had friends at the end.
But also, I'm sure we understand that is a very familiar feeling for some of us.
I thought you might understand. Doctor, priest, I very much appreciate you coming and telling me. Is there anything else?
Well, we saved the town of Mölle, and we saved all of Olga's friends from being destroyed by a giant boar.
Yes,
well,
we were
except for
successful.
one.
On the whole, even though sadly we came too late to save Olga.
I guess sometimes what goes around comes around.
Linnea, have you ever heard of something called the Seal of Solomon?
Well, yes. Of course I have.
We read recently something about it being in a place called Harmasand.
Harmasand? Why would the Seal of Solomon be in Sweden? It is it's something to do with the Arabs, isn't it? Turkey?
As in the original Solomon?
Yes.
Good grief.
It's some sort of Jewish, Judo-Christian... I mean, is it real?
We have reason to believe that it could be used for some kind of soul transference.
Well. Huh. How fascinating. Do you know, I love the fact that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can always learn something new. You look like you're wanting to ask me something else, Doctor.
No, I don't suppose. What else can you tell us about the Seal of Solomon? It's for one of us, potentially.
In what way, Doctor?
It's difficult for me to describe because it's not my story to tell, you understand. But we're essentially looking at things that might make it easier for someone to go from one form that one has been by happenstance, bizarre circumstance, etc., put into another. Can you think of any reason why the Seal of Solomon would end up in Sweden, or indeed what it actually looks like if we were to go looking for it?
Well, I mean...
And is there only one?
The historical texts talk about the Seal of Solomon as being a ring. Do they not?
Julian looks at Henrik.
That seems like it.
Oh dear. I'm desperately trying to remember. You must understand that once you join the society, a lot of religious dogma tends to go out the window. I'm sorry to say, Father.
Quite all right, Linnea.
I'm fairly certain the castle will have some information on the seal in the library.
We'll look for some of it. Thank
but
you.
to my memory, it's meant to be a ring that was worn by Solomon and was capable of great deeds. But it was always assumed, or I always assumed, that it was just one of these stories. I suppose, considering how I've spent my life, I should maybe realize that sometimes there's more to truth behind some of these stories.
Difficult to sort the wheat from the chaff, though, sometimes, so...
Very much so, Doctor. Very much so.
Thank you for your help. I don't suppose you have anything you've divined that you can tell us about our current trials, as it were?
No. No, I'm still waiting for some inspiration.
Well, send for us as soon as you have any. And in the meantime, once again, we're very sorry for your loss.
Yes, I think I must sleep now. I appreciate very much you coming and telling me.
Quite all right.
And we're always very grateful for your help and insight.
Absolutely, we are.
The society always looks after its own. Most of the time.
Well, that's where I'm headed off to right now. So we'll see you soon, Linnea. Keep in touch.
Sleep well. Take care of yourself.
And you. Don't let the ravens bite.
What?
Not funny.
No, that's not right, is it? Don't let the bed bugs bite. Why did I say raven? Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I need to sleep.
Good night, Linnea.
Good night. And you return to the castle? Or I'm guessing Henrik goes to the pub.
Yeah.
What about you, Julian?
I pop back to the castle. I'm going to look... I might as well go straight to the occult library and look up something about the Seal of Solomon.
The occult library?
Pretty please.
Okay.
I'll start there at least. wanting a learning roll.
Oh, yes.
And I get my extra 2. Great, because I discover bugger all on this first thing. Oh, blast. Hang on. No, I need another one as well, for God's sake. Stop it! Well, what a load of faff. 12 dice rolls and not a single bloody success. What a nonsense case.
What a nonsense case.
Tired.
Tired.
Should have come to the pub.
So, as far as you're concerned, Anna, well, actually, if Leaf is trying to heal you, it's an inspiration roll from you, please, Leaf. So that's you can heal up to 3 mental.
Ooh, fabulous. Anna is fully mentally recharged.
Fabulous.
Having a great time to make up a new song.
So, what is everybody else up to the rest of the evening?
Julian is spending a little time with William, stroking him and wallowing in his own annoyance and frustration and not being able to learn a single bloody thing.
Okay. Anybody else?
If no one else has anything, then when Anna gets back from the pub, she's going to rock by Julian's door, knock on it, and see if she can heal that last physical damage.
Oh, yes. All right, come in.
Fabulous.
Never mind the pig.
I really don't want a pig in the room when I've got a chest open.
I mean, don't forget you've got your
She'll take herself out in a moment. She'll get very bored very easily.
You have got the medical room in the castle, of course.
Oh yeah, maybe that would be a better place than your bedroom. And the back's out the door.
Julian rolls his eyes
Remember.
and slinks downstairs.
On the ground floor.
Which one is the medical room?
It's at the front, right by the entrance.
Oh, fabulous.
I'm pinging away.
Yeah. And Anna heads there. Wonderful.
Oh,
How well has
Dr.
Julian...
MM has sent 2 more messages, but they then redacted them on YouTube, so I've got no idea what it was. How frustrating.
Comes and goes. How well has Julian managed to match up? Because I'm assuming if it's gone collarbone to collarbone, it's gone through Anna's tattoo. How much has he managed to match that?
Give me a medical roll, Julian, please, with your bonus dice. So use your medical kit.
How many bonus dice do I get?
Just use your medical kit.
Fine.
Actions.
I know that bit.
Yeah, you're fine.
Perfect.
With the successes he got before.
Wonderful.
And
Anna is very happy.
yeah.
It's not bad, Julian. It's a pretty good in there.
I did my best with what I could, you know.
Not half shabby.
And I do know a little bit about, you know, medicine and such forth here and there.
Here and there, you know. Almost like you made it your profession or something.
Quite.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna carry on bobbling around the castle then.
Any other problems, especially around any areas of that nature? That came out wrong. Don't goes bright red. Don't hesitate to tell me. I'll you know. Right. Good night.
Sure, Julian. Anything around this nature, I'll bring it straight to you. All right.
Right. Fine. Absolutely fine. Fine. All right.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Anna leaves him to it.
Oh dear. Right. So, anybody else doing anything? Taika. Is Maude doing anything? Leaf is just getting back from the pub.
And Maude wants to look into travel plans to the Hanno Sands.
Well, I mean, that would probably require a trip down to the station.
Should we go down to the station? Yeah. Yeah, Maude's going to go down to the station and figure things out.
So there won't be anything. She won't get any information at this time of night.
Oh,
She'll
sorry.
have to wait until the morning.
I thought it was the morning. To wait till morning. Sorry. I told her it was the daytime.
What are you doing, Taika? Taika, we can't hear you. I can see that you have unmuted yourself, but I can't hear anything.
I think I can hear her speaking, but I'm not sure. Looking into the town of Harmasand.
Okay. Bear with me.
1, 2, 3. Is this?
Oh,
one?
there we are. Back
There
again.
you back.
Is anything related to the town? Maybe it pops up in any other books, notes, annals.
Okay, just a minute.
Specifically society related Harmasand. Clever. I don't have any pig stickers. That's quite annoying.
I always like it when you choose to look in, when you guys choose to do something that I haven't actually.
You don't have any
predicted.
reference for.
I haven't actually predicted. No, I do have some information, but I'm just trying to find it. It wasn't something that I predicted that you would necessarily research, particularly not at this point. Okay, so it's a small town. Almost like a central point for local logging, the local logging industry. So the surrounding area is forestry mostly, and it's kind of like the central hub where all the small villages and the logging communities and mining communities that are in the hills around there. It's kind of the central meeting point where everything gets brought together and then it goes off on the train. So it's almost like a local hub. Other than that, it's fairly uninteresting. It has a church, of course, but other than that,
Boring.
nothing of any real interest.
Okay.
Okay, if nobody else is doing anything else, it can be nighttime, can it not? And
we all have a nice, easy night. No ominous dreams whatsoever. And we get
Restful.
quite.
what do you mean? Why would it be any different? So during the night, nothing happens, and you sleep silently, and you are woken in the morning by banging on the front door. And then silence.
God, who's that this time in the morning?
I don't remember sort of where in the grand scheme of the house. Is my bedroom at the front of the castle? Can I look out of the window and see?
Yes, well, this is your room here, is it not?
Wait. Go again. Yes.
So yes, you're at the front of the house.
Right, I'm gonna sort of stick my head out, open a window, sort of stick my head out, if that is indeed possible, and look down.
Okay. And you see the postman getting back on his horse and riding away.
Anna's gonna head downstairs and see what the hell's going on.
What's he doing banging on the door at this time in the morning?
It's 9 o'clock,
Just
but it's still quite early for the post, to be fair.
quite early for people who never spend a night in their own beds recently.
Anna heads down. Is that mail, Olga?
Ah, good morning, Captain. Yes,
Morning.
indeed. We seem to have had a special delivery.
Fabulous. Who's it to?
To the Society.
All right.
I get dressed, trying to.
He looks at it and he goes,
to go and get
I
your
would
phone.
guess, looking at this handwriting, it's Russian.
Lovely. Anna's
Burn
gonna
it.
shout up the stairs.
To be fair, Taika would probably feel the same. But yeah.
Post, folks, get down here. Anna's gonna open it. Is it a mail? Is it a parcel? What is it?
I guess we get down.
I have shared it with you.
Oh, it's a letter.
For a...
Count Konstantin Konstantinovich.
Fabulous. Letter, folks. Anna's gonna wait till people come down.
I heard the word Russian. Is it in Russian?
It's not in Russian. It's in Swedish.
Yeah, we'll go with that,
Russia
shall we?
is an incredibly long way to go. I feel as if our reputation.
I
seems
haven't
to
read it
be
yet, Julian.
Well, get on with it then. What's going on?
All right. There you go. I was waiting for everyone to get their ass down the stairs. Here you go, everyone. So, to whom it may concern, my name is Konstantin Konstantinovich, Count of Jamberg in
Ingria.
Ingria, west of St. Petersburg in the Russian Empire. Your society's reputation is known far and wide amongst those who would seek to observe the unseen and understand the inexplicable. I have the utmost respect for your work, and like you, I seek answers to the mysteries of the cosmos. At the Midwinter Blot, I'm hosting a gathering which I believe would be interest of you. Conclavum sub rosa. The meeting brings together individuals with different backgrounds with a shared interest in the supernatural, who seek a deep understanding through the process of alchemy. It would be a great honour and pleasure to have the society grace our gathering with its presence. I shall wait for you at my residence outside Hamsburg on the 20th of December to discuss the secrets and mysteries of life. Yours sincerely, Count Konstantin of Konstantovich. P.S. All things are connected.
That's ridiculous. This is the 19th of December, I'm fairly certain.
No, it isn't. It's the 17th.
Weren't we in? I could have sworn we were in Mölle on the on the 18th.
No.
I see.
Where is Jamberg?
Russia.
Well, it's not a few days' ride away. This is ridiculous.
Well,
Anyway, it's
do you want
bitterly
to-
cold there this time of year. So
As
I hear.
opposed to Sweden.
It'll be south further south than we are, and if it's west of St. Petersburg, it's this edge of Russia.
Eyes
Well,
Sebastian suspiciously. Have you been before?
Society travel.
I
Oh.
say.
It's
How long will it take us to get there? There's surely no way we'll arrive for the 20th.
No, Master Julian, but if you were to get the boat that leaves today, you would be there for the 21st, which is the day of the actual midwinter celebrations.
oh great. Oh wait, but on a boat. All right.
So we're going to Russia.
Christmas in Russia, I guess.
The Midwinter Festival. Mm.
With supernatural, what could possibly go wrong?
Christmas will be later there.
Yes.
I guess we pack.
Right. Yes.
Wunderbar. I shall make arrangements on the ship for you.
Thank you.
I've got some bows and exits.
Right. How was it?
So, any preparations aside from packing and getting to the?
Yes. Once I've packed, I'm going to look up conclavum sub rosa.
Okay.
Anna's gonna head to the occult workshop and grab whatever's fiddling around there. And get rid of my fairy cross from before. Oop.
Let's see what you find. 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That will give you. Oh. Something makes you want to hold on to the fairy cross, but you're not sure why.
Fabulous. Anna takes the fairy cross yet again for the 4th time, I think.
Have you done a learning roll for me yet, Doctor?
I have not. Beg pardon. There we go. 2.
You find absolutely nothing on conclavum sub rosa.
For God's sake.
However,
Yeah.
you do find some information on Constantine.
Please.
He is well known for his imaginative fairy tales, poems, and studies of the supernatural. And you also find a picture of him stood behind you at the ball that was held in Uppsala a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where do I find this?
In a newspaper article about the ball.
Right. Like, is he right behind me or what?
Yes, just in conversation.
I obviously heard about us from there, or maybe even we spoke to him for a moment.
Maybe.
Interesting. Well, he might be.
Unfortunately, none of you ever thought to ask anyone's name when you were there,
No,
so
we
who
did
knows
not.
who you speak to?
We might be a bit miffed that we're over a day late.
Well, it's not really your fault, is it?
It's not like the letter arrived whilst we were away. It did only come this morning.
Yeah. It's his fault for sending it so late. Almost like they don't want the spy to actually be there.
Right. Anything else anyone wants to do? I mean, fortunately, you have lots of cold weather clothing from your expedition a couple of weeks back.
Yes.
Can Maude go to the occult temple and get juiced again?
She can go and get juiced, absolutely.
Henrik will grab the regular gear.
Yep.
Can I look up sort of society types in St. Petersburg? Because obviously at this point it's still the Russian capital. There's going to be a lot of swanky people about. And I'd just like to try and have a sense and, conduct myself appropriately within society.
Oh, you mean, well, you're going to the home of a count. So what do you mean?
Well, I just mean he's he's the count just outside of St. Petersburg. It occurred to me that I might come across other Russian social types, and that I should be aware of who they are and that side of things.
Okay. Give me a learning roll, and I will provide you with information as and when.
And not to meta, but the idea that we're near St. Petersburg in this sort of time, I'm really nervous about the idea of Rasputin turning up.
Well, don't meta it at all then.
No, wouldn't do with it.
No Russian queens to love there. Or maybe there will be. Who knows? Okay, anything else anybody wants to do?
Well, I think I've done my thing with trying to learn and at least learning what he looks like. What does he look like? And don't say Russian.
Oh yes, I suppose I can. Hang on.
Crazy hair, big beard.
Crazy hair. Those are hats.
I was doing a Rasputin joke again.
Oh, I see.
He's turned out that he's actually Rasputin.
Hang on, let me
We
find him.
don't know his name, only first and middle.
Yeah, what's his actual family name?
You have it. Konstantin Konstantinovich.
Konstantinovich just means son of another Constantine.
Yes.
No.
That's how it works, mate.
But that's his.
I only learned this from our beloved Taika.
He is Count Konstantin Konstantinovich. That is his official and formal title.
Fair enough, but like Artie is actually, I'll butcher his name a little bit. Forgive me, darling. Artyom Mikolovich Shilo.
Mm-hmm.
So Mikolovich is obviously not his last name.
No, because it's son of Mikhail. Yes.
But the Ovich is actually supposed to be his last name?
Yeah. It's like Donald McDonald is Donald, son of Donald, but it is still a surname.
Yeah, but that's not quite how it works over there. And I didn't realise this until I got married.
It could be, but it's a bit weird that it's same as first name. Let's put that way.
Maybe it's sort of like a stage name.
Weird.
A stage name.
Like it had a good ring to it. So
That is how he
Constantine sounds very dramatic and good.
That is the name he publishes under. That is the name how he is referred to in anything that you find.
Vega Frugal.
Possibly not a stage name, but a pen name.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Potentially. Okay. So you pull all your bits together and you hustle down and get on the boat. You already know it's going to take you a few days of sea travel to get there.
Anna only realizes too late when they're on board the boat that maybe she should have got a fresh coat that wasn't blood-stained.
Well, they'll probably be able to clean it for you on the boat.
Perfect.
Yeah, if it's one of these posh liners.
Well, Algot probably laundered it for you last night when he saw you walk in like that.
There you go. Good old Olga. Perfect.
Well, that is also quite possible. So you have a few days on the boat, and for most of you, it's a very relaxing journey. Henrik, this is night one for you.
Oh, Henrik.
I fell overboard. I need help.
You would probably literally die in those sub temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if we were able to get you out of the water. Hypothermia, pneumonia would set in so damn fast.
Mm.
Is Maude still by
By her phone.
her WhatsApp?
She is indeed.
Okay. So the same night, Maude. Hang on. So that's on night 1. Sorry, people watching. They will either reveal or they won't.
So breakfast.
Maud just went so breakfast.
At breakfast,
At breakfast.
Maude is going to ask if anyone else had any strange dreams last night.
No, did you?
Yes.
What did you dream about?
What was it?
A vast ledger open on an endless desk.
Like the book that we all saw before, or different?
Different.
Different. And
I thought you sounded like Andrew.
I get that sometimes.
Odin speaks with many voices.
Indeed, yes. And there was a quill trying to write on it. Lots and lots of names. And a quill trying to write another one. But it couldn't.
What sort of names were there?
Just names, I think, of people who, perhaps people who'd lived. They were written sort of with certainty. So people who had been, there was no question about them. The name it was trying to write, it couldn't. And then the ink dripped off the end of the quill onto the pages and the book snapped shut.
That's
Causing
weird.
ink to spill out everywhere.
I woke up immediately, so I cannot say if a cleaning job was required after I left, but it definitely meant something. I'm not sure what. Did anyone have any other dreams?
I did.
What did you dream about, Henrik?
That fucking black dog.
A black
The
dog.
black dog again.
What was it doing?
Staring at me and looking angry.
Anything else?
Well, I didn't know where I was. It was an unfamiliar place, but it looked like there was a castle or manor house behind me. But it was sort of a fuzzy dreamscape. The only thing that was clear was the dog.
Let's see. Did it feel
I
like
don't think it
wanted
liked
anything,
me.
or it didn't like you?
It appeared to not like my presence there.
Okay.
Sure, it wasn't just Julian.
Was it just what? No,
Didn't
it was
hear you.
it was growly and looked threatening.
Again, you sure it wasn't just Julian?
It was not me.
Weird. Very weird.
I would have preferred the ledger dream myself.
It all seems sort of a name that can't be written. There's a lot of tying to something.
Maybe that's the name that can't be written because it's not them anymore. Maybe it's Ghost. It's a reference to Ghost. Because remember a while back, we were talking to somebody that said one of us doesn't belong.
Yeah. Although there's no We don't know for sure it's the same thing.
No, I'm just thinking of why would a name not be able to be written if it was hiding as somebody else?
Yeah.
Or if it was someone yet to be born,
Oh, maybe.
and perhaps something will prevent them from being born.
Hmm.
Perhaps something should prevent them from being born.
Oh. Suddenly dark, Maude?
And just, just looking at all the possibilities.
Or what if it's reflecting our actions and something that we did stop the name from being written?
Yeah, that's possible too.
Hmm.
Dr. Julian is very quiet.
Yes.
Normally quite opinionated, Dr. Julian.
Well, I'm trying to take it all in. I don't quite get what it means at this point.
No. It's weird.
Did find an appropriate sticker though.
Oh, that's important.
Let's
It
see the
is.
sticker. Oh, pretty, Emma.
Oh, yes, that is an appropriate sticker.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, hopefully it'll all become clearer in time.
Anything else anybody wants to do during the rest of the journey?
I brought along one of the books that from the lightkeeper's house to go. One of the ones I didn't look at yet.
Okay.
So I'm just looking through it.
So before you get off the boat, what we will do is we will go through the usual end of mystery questions for the development points. So for those of you who are watching who aren't familiar with Vaesen, XP and everything is gained in a rather unusual way in this game. You gain XP for your characters at the end of each session, and you get what are called development points at the end of every mystery that you can use to expand the castle to give you greater advantages later on in the story. So these are the development points for developing the castle, which they get for having completed the mystery that they did at the end of this, finish off in this session. So, first question: did you play at least one scene at the headquarters? Yes. Did you encounter a new type of Vaesen?
Yes.
But we
Yeah.
haven't encountered a Gloson before.
Did the week before. Depends.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, it's not.
The mystery.
Oh, then yeah.
We haven't met this thing before.
Yes, you have.
We met like a glowing pig. That wasn't a Gloson, was it?
It was a Gloson.
Oh no! Then we killed a person. Ages ago, one of the first mysteries.
Yep.
I think we set it on fire or something.
Oh my god. We have a
Yep.
But we didn't
you
have
did.
a wood.
We
Yeah.
killed
There's
we
no
killed
stuff.
somebody who was an absolute pig though, if like we literally did that.
Oh yeah, I mean she turned
she
into a
just
Gloson through
deserved
her
it.
own work.
Deserved it. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you visit a place of magic?
Yeah.
In
Absolutely.
that cave we absolutely did.
Were you subjected to magic?
Yeah.
Were we?
I was.
Yeah.
I
Having your chest opened is normally.
Actually, to be fair, yes, Anna. Yeah.
And you saw me as a troll or something for
Yeah,
a moment.
Yeah.
with a tail with two hearts.
Did you bring occult books or other important items back to headquarters? Yes, indeed, you
Yeah.
did.
On
Did
the
you make any
subject-
important contacts? No, I don't think so.
We've got a free holiday home now forever.
Yeah, is that important? I mean,
It's
relaxation's
always
great, but at the moment, you don't seem to get more than 24 hours at home.
On the being.
Sorry, go on. What was that?
On the being subject to magic,
Mm.
I know that the only one physically attacked by it was.
You've already got
Anna,
the
but
point for that anyway.
Oh, okay,
That's
forget
fine.
it then. I was just going to say something else. It doesn't matter if it's done.
So, subject to your own personal tastes, was the mystery particularly difficult and epic?
We nearly died.
Yeah, pretty much we did. I mean,
That's not
fair enough.
epic. That's
Our own-
dangerous.
Sort of us three's own fault, but at the same time, we literally had no indication that we were going into mortal peril immediately then.
Besides
We
me
also-
repeatedly saying to you, "Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do
Yeah.
this? You can leave."
Yeah, but to
anytime
be
you
fair,
want."
you say that about everything, so it doesn't always mean it's.
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
We don't know. It could be this might mildly inconvenience me and be something I need to shift in the story to. You are about to mortally perish.
Look, that chip in and change the story happens every single fucking week with you guys. So
Yeah,
yeah.
mate.
Um,
Deal with it. This is what it is.
We also managed to get out of it.
but my
with
question
the-
is, was it difficult and epic?
my vote in
Honestly.
favour
Like
of
the battle was
my vote in favour of difficult is that we could very easily come out of it killing the pig and not bringing it back. And I think getting the right path that resurrected the girl back to the hotel, I think, was a win in a difficult category.
So I will actually say that you did the only thing you could have possibly done to have completed it without her dying.
Go us.
Yeah.
Go the society.
And I was genuinely worried that you were going to fulfill what you suggested last week and take the Gloson home as a pet.
I think
I
we
mean-
could have done Battle Pig. We've got a
The
dungeon.
one thing-
Keep it there.
I think
The one
There's a
thing that-
Julian.
The one thing that nobody considered when we had that conversation is that the owner of the Vaesen pig gets the power of the things it eats. So we set it on a Vaesen, we get that Vaesen's power and take the Vaesen out. But I'm not actually advocating for
Next Blossom.
that.
I am. That sounds really cool. We keep upgrading our
Yeah.
giant boar.
I'm sure we wouldn't get corrupted in any way by using that sort of magical power.
So what's the answer? Come on, let's stop procrastinating. Difficult and epic,
Yeah.
yes or no?
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah, it
I
was.
think
It
at
bloody
least
was.
difficult because we got her out. Yeah.
Okay. And did you solve it? Yes. So 6
damn well
development
did.
points for the castle, but
Nice.
you've not had a chance to spend. But I shall
Because
put
we're
those
on
on
the-
anyway.
We're on a boat to Russia. We're biased, though. Why are we biased, my sweet?
Because you want
Because
the
we want the
points.
point.
Okay, so the rest of the journey passes pretty much easily. And you eventually pull into the dock at St. Petersburg. And as you step ashore off the boat, it starts to snow. And the air is cool, and very shortly you are approached by a man who introduces himself as Ilya, who has been sent by Konstantin to escort you to his home. It's a very well-appointed stagecoach with thick padding, and there's blankets inside to help you stay warm. So he loads your baggage, and your stuff all goes up on the top of the stagecoach, and you trot off. He says to you as you're loading on, he says, "We've got one more stop to make. We've got another passenger to pick up who is like yourselves, arriving for the second day of the gathering. But it's not much of a sidetrack for us, so it shouldn't be a problem." So he takes you into central St. Petersburg, and it's really a very lovely city and
Gorgeous,
beautiful.
especially in the snow.
Well, absolutely. You were there in the 19th century, were you?
I was there in the 21st
20.
century, but
20.
most of the buildings were from that era. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a stunning place. And at the famous Talon restaurant down by the River Neva, he stops, and a very elegantly stately woman gets on board, and he helps her on, and she sits herself next to you and says, "Oh, hello. Let me introduce myself. My name is Vilma Aftzint. Very pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm assuming you are going to Count Konstantinovich's manor house to attend the party. Yes, yes.
Yes, we are. My name's Henrik. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, Henrik, Swedish.
That's right. My whole life.
I do like Sweden. I have spent quite a lot of time there.
Dr. Julian Summerby. Please make your acquaintance.
Oh, I detect an English accent behind that very excellent Swedish.
You have me there. Thank you.
Well, I do like to travel. How is my English?
Oh, impeccable. Very good.
Oh, thank you. I have practiced very hard. I have been to London. I'm sorry, I can't do much more than that.
That was impressive. Very impressive.
You're muted, Anna.
Oh, brilliant accent. Lovely English.
Oh,
London's a great city.
Another English. How exciting. I have spent a lot of time in Stockholm myself. I do like Sweden very, very much. Yes. I like book clubs.
Lovely. One of our people here is a writer. This is Maude Martin. Hello.
The English writer.
Yeah, right.
I have one of your books.
Hey.
Hello.
Let me think. I think I might have it with me. I'm very certain somebody may have said something to me. Let me have a look. Yes, here. Chronicles of the Mystic Isles. 101 herbs and their uses.
Oh, fabulous. There you go, Maude. Do you want to sign up?
Would you? That would be marvelous.
Of course, yes. Shall I make it out to?
Well, to me. Wilma absent.
Maude signs it.
Oh.
With a flourish.
Oh, how exciting. So, as this goes on, you've obviously trundled through and you have come out of St. Petersburg. Darkness is starting to fall and it's still snowing and the temperature is dropping quickly. It is bitterly, bitterly cold and you are grateful for the additional rugs that are included in the lots of nice pelts. And you're sort of bouncing along. And the small glass windows of the carriage are starting to get frost patterns and swirls on the outside from the cold. And a couple of hours turn into 3, turn into 4, and the carriage is sort of swaying and rocking. And suddenly, lit from the lanterns at the front and the back of the carriage, all you can make out are fir trees going past as you pass through some great and wonderful forest.
How far away is this count?
And you start to doze, some of you, the rhythmical journey bobbing along. Suddenly you're awakened by the horses neighing loudly, and you hear the coachman cursing loudly in Russian. The stagecoach rocks heavily, and without warning, you are violently thrown around as the carriage flips over and tumbles down a slope.
Oh, jeez.
Can I have an agility test from everybody?
Oh, goodness sake.
I shall roll for Maude.
I swear it's like every other carriage ride.
What's my?
Taika's
Can I get
failed.
acrobat? Considering I'm trying to balance as this thing falls down.
No. Not at all. Sorry. So Taika has failed. So Taika, you get one. So as the carriage bounces and rolls, Taika gets flung from the carriage out through the window and disappears into the darkness.
Jeez,
Bye-bye.
Taika!
Bye bye.
We haven't even done anything stupid yet.
Knowing Taika probably flew out of the window.
We
without
came
anyone
to
noticing
Russia.
she
What do
went.
you mean, Henrik?
Just need a Doppler effect on that to recognise going out the window.
I know it says I'm rolling as Maude, but I'm not. I just forgot to stop playing as her. Okay, so that's all right. So those of you inside the carriage are lucky enough to escape any injury. Oh God, cancel. Hang on, no. Oh, that's right. And Taika, you suffer one physical damage.
Jeez.
One physical.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good to only get one. Everyone all
And
right? Where's Taika?
You are upside down on the roof of the carriage. Well, you're not upside down, but the carriage is upside down on its roof.
First, what happened to Vilma? How did she fare in this?
She's kind of lying in a heap with all of you. And she goes, oh. And she holds onto her arm and she goes, oh dear. Ow.
And I would like to try and burst open the door and get out of the carriage.
Yes.
Yep. Well, the carriage is a bit of a mess, so you can scramble out easily enough.
I mean,
Julian, take care of Vilma. Me and Anna will go look for Taika.
Anna shouts, Taika!
She is not very far away at all.
You're right.
Can Julian go over and look after her, please?
Look after Taika?
Only.
Absolutely. A little bit shaken and battered.
God. All right.
So as you climb out of the carriage, you see, as I said, the carriage is upside down. You see the horses nearby, a little bit skittish. One of them seems to be limping a little bit and has quite a nasty gash on its leg. Your cases and everything have been scattered in a wide area, and in fact you can't even see where everything is. Some of the cases have popped open and there's kind of stuff everywhere. It really is a little bit of a mess. And you can really see pretty much nothing but the mist of your own breath, and anything that you can see is lit just by a moon and the stars in the sky, because the carriage lights have obviously gone out as well.
Is the carriage driver okay?
Yeah, where's the carriage driver?
He's kind of sat on the ground by the carriage, leaning up against it, but he seems relatively okay. He just looks a bit pissed off.
What the hell happened, mate?
And all you hear at that point, as you ask that question, is the howl of a wolf.
That's
Shit.
not good. Right. Let's.
He says,
Try and find where the hell her rifle got to.
I think, oh dear, we need to get out of this cold. We will die out here. Just up the road, a little distance, is a place that I know we can spend the night. It is the Tamsalu Inn.
Right, let's do it. Let's grab
Sorry,
the bag.
what was the question?
I beg your pardon. I know I interrupted. ADHD and all that. But is there anything I can fashion into a torch? Like, sort of, if the wolves come near.
So,
Well, can I find the lantern?
So, you can all choose one of your personal items to find. One.
Only one.
One.
Howdy.
Holy shit! But no, which one do I pick?
You need your momentum.
If you want to choose any other items, then that will require hanging around in the cold, and you will need to take a force test to see whether or not you start to freeze to death. So you take one item, or you roll and take the gamble.
Midwinter,
to find anything
midnight
else.
in frickin' Russia.
Yeah,
Okay. Do I don't really have a choice with mine. Does that count as one?
What do you mean?
Does that count as my thing?
What?
My thing.
Oh no, your personal items are all in your pocket. So your personal your as in, you know, your good luck charm, whatever you want to call it. That's always on your person for all of you. I'm talking about your items.
Fine, my revolver.
So your medical
oh
bag,
no, my
for
medical
example.
kit. Ah.
So my equipment, I've got my compass, saber, spyglass, tripwire, knife, fairy
Choose one.
cross, rifle. All these, I have to pick one of them.
One. Because you wouldn't have had them with you in
Yeah.
the carriage. They would be in your baggage.
Oh,
And
okay.
your baggage has
so
been
Baggage
scattered.
has exploded everywhere.
things I had on my body are fine, but things which were in my bag aren't.
Correct.
Okay. I think that's then just the rifle I need to find. The rifle and the tripwire.
You would not be
and
in the
spyglass.
carriage with your saber, because
Oh,
there wouldn't
damn
be
it.
space. You wouldn't have your weapons with you.
How many guns do we have?
Would we not?
Hang on. let
Would
me
we
just-
not have handguns
I
like
have my pistol
revolvers?
with me still, or is
Yeah,
that
but
in the
why
bag?
would they be in your pocket?
Highwaymen?
No.
We've encountered too many Vaesen not to make sure we're armed at most times.
How many guns do we
So,
have?
for example, Anna, you would
Yeah.
have the fairy cross because you'd be wearing it.
Yeah.
Your compass would probably be in your pocket, so that
Mhm.
would be fine. And I'd give you your combat knife, because I
Okay.
can't imagine that Anna would ever be unarmed.
Yeah,
So,
but I don't have
will-
my pistol.
okay, any of you that have pistols will be okay.
So I have to pick between my saber
Okay,
and
so I've
my
got my
rifle.
Saber, rifle, spyglass, tripwire, all of
Oh,
those
my
things
medical-
you would
so
need.
much
My
stuff.
medical kit. My medical
Hmm?
kit.
Your medical kit is a bag, so that wouldn't be on you physically.
It would be with them. So I've lost it.
So you would have to choose whether you take. So for you, you would have your pistol.
Yep. My lock charm, and I've got to find the baggage. Is that right?
You would basically just have your pocket. You would have your pocket pistol. You wouldn't have anything else physically on you.
This is a
Everything else would be in the baggage. So you would have to choose one of those. So your doctor's bag would obviously have your medical equipment in it. It would also have the poison in it.
Poison,
and-
Julian.
And it would have your fine wine.
Oh, for God's sake!
So they would all be in your doctor's bag. So if you were to recover your doctor's bag, you would have the medical equipment, the poison, and the wine.
So am I giving you an agility roll? Is it sorry or what?
What do you mean?
What do we,
No,
what
no.
fine
choose-
wine?
You can claim one thing. So you can claim
You
your
choo-
doctor's bag.
Yeah, fine.
Right, I'm gonna claim my saber, and then I want to roll to try and find my rifle. So
Okay.
that's force test to stay out in the cold.
So if other people don't stay with you, you will be by yourself.
Who else is anyone else staying?
I've got a suggestion. Rather than stretching the time out, we all get one thing. But the only thing of mine right now that's useful is my revolver I already have on me. So why don't I help you get one of your things since you're so stacked up with stuff?
Alright, Carl's
You can all claim one thing. It doesn't matter who it belongs to.
Yeah.
You can all claim
So
one
I
thing.
will get.
Let's
I'll
not
get
spend too
Anna's-
long on this. I want a
Right, yeah.
decision from everybody now,
I'll
please.
pick up Anna's rifle and pass it to her.
perfect. All right.
Whilst
Henrik,
Anna
what are you
gets one of
picking
the
up?
other things.
Lantern.
Taika, what are you picking up?
My things are on me. I'm fine with losing binoculars, but the rest, lockpicks and revolver, could be in my pocket. I don't think.
To be fair, actually, yes, your lockpick's probably yes. The only thing you wouldn't have is your binoculars. So yeah, everything else would be on you.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Maude.
I'm assuming Ghost comes with you. I don't think you need to pick up Ghost.
So yeah, Ghost isn't a problem. It would be writing utensils, opera glasses, or quarterstaff.
Ooh, what are you taking?
Quarterstaff, I'll borrow a biro.
Fair enough. Okay.
The pages of your book, though, surely wouldn't you go for your writing things?
No, but that's writing utensils.
I'm assuming that's also your pages of your latest chapter.
But I still have, like, I always travel with a bag.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All the bags have been scattered.
No,
Yes.
Like on me.
No, they've all been on the back of the thing.
You either get to take your writing materials or your quarterstaff. One thing.
So the writing materials counts as the whole bag. That's also where my herbal stuff is, from my medicine and nurse talents and things. Question?
That's a question for you, Andrew.
I didn't hear it. Sorry.
So in Maud's bag, she had her writing utensils and her herbs. If she grabbed just that bag, would she have those?
Yeah, fine. I'll take the writing utensils. I'll just have to find another big stick somewhere.
Fair enough. Okay.
Right, we need to get to the Tamsalu Inn, not far from here, or we won't survive the night.
All right, let's go.
What did Anna grab?
Anna has got her rifle and saber because Sebastian helped her find her rifle.
Okay.
She's pretty well armed, but now she doesn't have a spyglass, which she's very sad about, or her tripwire, which she's also sad about.
To be fair, the spyglass wouldn't do much good at this time of night.
No, but it was quite precious.
Can always go back for it in the morning, you know.
That's true.
So Ilya takes the lead, holding up his own lantern to light the way, and you trudge along the snow-clad road. And I need a force test from everybody because it is chuffing cold.
Come on. Oh yes, 3 successes.
I get pneumonia.
Yeah.
Julian fails.
And
Sebastian gets
Sebastian.
pneumonia.
Sebastian
Bad
fails.
the group can't manage the cold.
Wow.
Okay, so those of you who fail, this works like a fear test. So you suffer 1 mental condition, 1 physical condition,
Jeez.
And we're also very pissed off.
and very pissed off.
That might be my mental condition.
Natural mental state. And one of the horses is definitely limping and isn't very happy. And eventually, you arrive. Do 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 do.
Are the howls getting closer?
Okay.
At the inn.
Give me a mo-
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say anything really.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Looks like
I'm
the,
already going, what?
I tried several times. I put a very specific word in, and I tried to, and it just refused to print the right bloody name on there. So
Still Naya.
yeah. And this was the image I ended up liking the most. So yeah,
Okay.
it's awful. It's not actually Russian, and it's really annoyed me. But there we go.
How was my reading, darling? Still Naya.
We've got wolves being written in the
Still.
in the YouTube chat.
Is that a D?
Don't worry about what it is. It's all rubbish.
Couldn't see it from here.
So eventually you reach the inn, surrounded by deep pine forest. Get my teeth in properly. many miles from anywhere, really, it seems. The storm is raging around you, and it's getting to the point where you can barely even make out the person in front of you in the queue. Tired and battered, you step inside the Tamsalu Inn, and oh, wrong one. Let's so I'll just share the map. So it's quite a fabulous building.
Oh wow!
So Ilya takes the horses and heads off towards the stable and gestures into the main door. And in the dining room, you see a few other people inside, not many. And a gentleman comes bustling over to you straight away. Hang on, let's get some of these people into play.
Ooh.
So this rather handsome chap comes over to you and says, "Oh, come in. Oh, you crazy people out at this time of night. Please. And my name is Axel. Come. Welcome."
We had a carriage upset. Do you speak Swedish?
Yes. Do you speak Russian?
Afraid not. That's why I asked.
And says, well, we have some other people who have been stuck here, so that's fine. You come in, and we can settle yourselves down and maybe have a good night. I will quickly I do an introduction to the people here, as who knows how long you will be here for. So we have Mr. Samuel Campbell, and he is from England. And we also have his brother, Daniel.
And a ways, fellow Englishman.
Wow, hey.
For all the places in the world, eh?
Absolutely. Well, welcome. And we are very lucky.
Oh my God, they are! Taika just comments summon Dean Winchester. Yes! Have a look.
It is!
The hair!
Aww.
And we also have Karin Karaskeva. We are very, very lucky. We are very lucky to have the presence of such an amazing woman with us. Hopefully, she will oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
She will entertain us later, if we are lucky.
Oh, wonderful.
And at that point, the door bangs open, and Ilya comes in, and he stops and goes, Ilya. Well. Welcome. Didn't think we would see you here so soon.
You know each other?
Oh, yes, of course. Huh. Yeah, well, this is a very common place that we stop along the route. It is a very famous inn. Always get good food from here. Good food, good beds, and great entertainment. Very friendly inn.
I see.
Very nice of you to say so. Well, welcome. Please come in. Are you on your way to Constantinople? Well, yes, we were supposed to be, but
We have had an accident. We seem to hit something on the road, and now.
Do we have a fire? A couple of our members are looking a little chilly. So we could.
Oh
sort
yeah,
of
there's there is a fire blazing in the hearth there.
and a
Oh
sort
yeah,
of shepherd Julian
it
back
is
towards it.
absolutely
5
warm.
inches from it.
Yeah.
Um,
There you go. Coats off by the fire.
Well, I am afraid to say it. I don't think that you will be going anywhere tonight. And unfortunately, depending on how much snow we get tonight, you may not probably find yourselves going anywhere tomorrow. I am sorry to say. Still, we do have spare rooms, so we shall make you comfortable. Yes?
Yes, thank you.
Well, is there anything I can get for you? Some food? Something to drink?
Both would be well received.
That would be wonderful.
That would be fabulous.
so he bustles off and opens the door to the kitchen, and he sort of calls through and for some stew, and comes back out to join you.
Well, please have a seat. We often tell stories in the evenings, so I guess we can do some stories whilst we wait for the food.
Sounds great. Anna's going to turn to the two English guys and be like, so what brings you to Russia?
Oh well, we were on our way to a party, as it happens, a bit of a gathering. Count Konstantin Konstantinovich,
Us
or
too.
something like that. Oh, fabulous! Yeah, very interesting man from all we can gather.
Wonderful. Yeah. We don't
We'll
really
end up
know
there
much about
together.
him.
You don't know what? Sorry? I'm sorry, you both spoke at the same time and it made it very difficult for my poor English ears.
You carry on, Julian. What was your question?
No, I was literally just saying maybe we'll end up there together then when all this is not so blizzardy.
Yeah. I was saying we don't know much about the count. We got his invite only what was it?
A couple
Yesterday?
of days ago. We came straight here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, not much to say, really. He's just, he's interested in the unknown, shall we say. He likes the old fairy tales and folk myths and monsters. He thinks there's a little bit more to them than meets the eye, or more than just in the stories, as it were.
And where do you stand on the whole folk tales spectrum?
Why'd you ask, Missy?
I mean, it feels like he's inviting a certain type of clientele to his party, let's say.
It would seem so now.
Well, we have a bit of experience. Yeah.
Yeah. We may have a little bit too.
Fantastic. Well, maybe we can get to know each other better then.
Sounds good.
Fabulous. Well, what's this about stories anyway?
Anna's going to look around the group. Anyone got a good story?
Axel goes,
Well, sorry, it may seem a bit strange, but we tend to find not much entertainment at the moment here. So we have this thing where guests, we sit in front of the fire, we enjoy a meal together, and we just share stories. It is just a tradition. You can tell a story or not. It doesn't matter if it is something true. You can make something up. It is fun.
Sounds great. Anna sits back and looks around, clearly trying to deflect to make someone else pick a story.
So, who do we think should start?
Well, if the Campbells have been to the Blessed Isle, as it were, more recently, I mean, there are some good ones from back home. I'd love to hear one. It would remind me of home.
And the two brothers look at each other and they go, "We can do better than that for you."
Oh, really?
Well, we haven't come all this way just for a party. We travel around, sees. We go all around Europe looking for strange stories, seeing what we can dig up. And we recently investigated several mysterious deaths locally between Jamberg and Narva. So multiple people had been killed in strange accidents where their carriages had run off the road. One poor soul, right? He survived long enough to tell us that he had seen a woman in white on the road just before he lost control of the horses. White ladies come in many forms now. They are usually like the revenant of a woman who was betrayed and murdered, or who died a violent death by her own hand because of unrequited love. Speaking to the locals, we realised that it could be the revenant of a woman who was murdered by her own groom on the way home for their wedding. She has haunted the roads around the village ever since, mad with grief and revenge. We searched the road and the woods.
Your mic's failing, Andrew. We can't quite hear you.
Oh, that was me going quiet for effect. Sorry. We searched the woods and found her body in a clearing. She was still wearing her wedding dress with her head tilted at an unnatural angle. Suddenly, we could see her in front of us. Restless spirits are violent, and she slammed Daniel into a tree with such force that it knocked him senseless. That was the last time she exacted her revenge, and our ghost turned to dust before our eyes.
Well, if you got rid of her, then what drove our carriage off the cliff road just now? Anna looks to Ilya. What did you see anything?
I think it was a tree root.
Oh. Great.
Sorry. It's hard to see in the dark. And the road was a bit covered with snow. I mean, it was just something in the snow. We were quite close to the trees. Tree roots on this road aren't uncommon.
Could have happened to anyone.
Could be a body buried under the snow as well.
Great, thanks, Henrik.
Well, nobody's going out to dig and find out just yet.
No, far too cold for that.
I tell you what, I shall tell a story next, says Ilya. Here in the woods, we are all exposed to the cruelty of nature that you people experienced. It is the cold, and it has a name here. Morozko. And Artie will tell me off for probably pronouncing that incorrectly. Morozko, or Father Frost. In one of the neighboring villages, there was once a woman who had a daughter she adored and a stepdaughter she hated. One day, the woman told her husband to take the stepdaughter out into the winter fields and leave her there to die. What about Morozko?
Oh, or Dead Moroz, as I was told to call him. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
One day, the woman told her husband to take the stepdaughter out into the winter fields and leave her there to die. Blinded by love, he obeyed. Morozko found her there. She was polite and kind to him, so he gave her a chest full of beautiful things and fine garments. A few days later, the stepmother sent the girl's father to bring back her body to be buried. He found her alive, by a tree, surrounded with precious gifts. When the stepmother saw what the girl had brought back, she told her husband to leave her own daughter, out in the wintry cold. Unlike her stepsister, this child was rude to Morozko, and so he froze her to death. When her body was found, the mother bitterly regretted what she had done and that she had not taught her daughter kindness. Asteroids used to say that human kindness is the one thing that can ward off the cold. Yes.
I liked that story. Also, Ilya, did you know that your name is a Russian version of mine?
I have no idea your name.
Julian is my first name. Ilya.
Ilya. Indeed. Ha! How funny. Ah. Funny you should mention Esther. And as he says that, Axel looks up at a painting that is up above the fireplace. And I just realized I don't think I have this, so I shall pick it out and share it with you. So hot. Cha. So this picture, sorry, says shared by Maude again. That picture is above. Sorry?
Nice hair. Sorry, that was a me.
Huh. Yes. Esther often woke up with her hair arranged in the most beautiful braids. I still don't understand how it happened. She was my sister. She used to help me run this inn. She was found dead in the pond last spring.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Makes
guess,
eyes at Anna.
Yeah, God.
I guess maybe I should tell you the story myself then. Yes. So, my family, long ago, is not from Russia. We actually are from Sweden.
Oh, really?
My family name is Trygg, and we came to here during what is called the Swedish period, when the Swedish Empire had extended to this far, and our family came here. It translate the wild east is how this area used to call, and we used to live in a place called Falun. You know Falun?
Yes, we do. We've been there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So about
heads and nods.
200 years ago, we came here from Falun. We brought. I still have actually a birch bark shoe with an acorn from our cottage in Falun. And if you could see outside by the lake, you will see now big tree, which is grow from the little acorn from Falun. So there is still a bit of Sweden here. And when Sweden and Russia went to war, most Swedes left, but we stayed. And during the Great Swede-Russia War, this inn became a hospital. So we developed a reputation of being friendly, hospitality. We look after people and we look after animals. So quite often in the garden you will see deer and lots of animals because a lot of them we have helped if they are hurt and injured. And we used to do very well. When my mother and father passed away, myself and Esther took over management of the inn. I want to develop the business. I still will, but Esther liked to keep it traditional. But everything was good until the spring.
What happened to her in the spring?
She fell into the lake and drowned.
Fell.
The ice. She tripped over something, I don't know. We came out, it was a strange thing. There was a hole in the ice. You could see where she had fallen into the ice. And yet she was not in the water. She was out on the side. Like someone had pulled her
her
out
out.
the water. But there was
no one else around.
There was only me and her. Yeah. But there we go. That is my story. I miss her. I'm sure you do too, Ilya. Yes, she was a special lady. Right. So I've just noticed the time. Shall we finish these stories next time, or would you like to hear all of the stories tonight?
I'm flying. I got to get up at I live in the house 6 tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm flagging a little. Let's save these stories for next time.
Let's save the stories for next time.
Over me and I'm not taking anything in.
Yeah, I'm. This is
fair
nice.
enough. Fair enough. So let's do XP, and then we can say goodbye to our online visitors.
Yeah.
So, did you participate in the session? Funnily enough, you're here, so yes.
Yes.
We've got the annals done as an extra point. So,
You're welcome.
for those of you that are watching online, if you're watching on Moonbeam, the annals go in one of the chat places on in my Moonbeam page. For those of you watching on YouTube, last week's is in the summary. There's a summary of it in the description below. So, did you confront any Vaesen?
Yeah.
Not this time.
We did. We turned the Glonlum thingy back into Katrina.
No, you didn't confront them. You confronted them last time.
As in, did we go into rounds? Okay.
Yeah, no confrontation.
Should have whacked it with a stick or something.
Yeah. Did you identify previously unknown Vaesen? No. Were you affected by your dark secret? Send me a personal message if you think you did, and I shall say yay or nay. Again, those watching, if you're not familiar with Vaesen, all of the player characters have a dark secret. They have a trauma that they've experienced, which is what enables them to see Vaesen, and a dark secret, which is something that's not necessarily particularly healthy. That kind of spurs them on a little bit.
motivation and stuff, which is technically supposed to be secret. And this lot have actually managed mostly to keep their dark secrets pretty much themselves. Did you take risks to protect other people?
We took a risk to get Katrina back.
The village.
I'm actually going to say you did.
Yeah.
The village of Mölle.
We could have literally kind of left with the Lindenwood Star.
You could have done, and you didn't really know what you were getting yourself into when you went to
the cave.
When you went to the cave. So I'm going to say that you did.
Just like the rest of the time. We don't know what's going to happen. We're guessing at this and hoping for the best based on the bits that we've been given.
Have you learnt anything?
Yeah, loads.
What?
Well, we learned about the whole, like, we managed to turn the Gloson thing. We learned that snapping the stick brought her back. We did all that.
We've learned a bit about the Seal of Solomon, and
now we just heard a story about a potential ghost Vaesen thing here in Russia.
Revenant thing, yes.
Did you develop something in your headquarters? No. Did you perform an extraordinary action? No, not really.
I think we did know.
So 4 XP for everybody. I shall do Maude's. Unless any of you think that your dark secret was stimulated, in which case message me and I shall yay or nay that. So that's Maude's done. And on that note, those people who are watching us online, and it's great to see so many of you that are still watching us. So I shall take this opportunity to say thank you all so very much for watching. It has been a pleasure to have you with us, and hopefully you shall join us when we go live. Is next Friday on for everybody?
No, I'm filming.
Oh, that's right. It was Wednesday or Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, like whenever I WhatsApped. Quick check.
Have we still got Fight Club?
Yes.
Yes, we still have Fight Club this week.
Yay.
I'm like 90% sure Fight Club after that will have to be postponed.
Fine, fair enough.
I can do Saturday or Sunday, so the 10th or 11th this coming week.
Okay.
Better for people.
So people watching online, I will, if you're on the live stream here, if you want to join us next week, have a look. I shall put the next week's live stream up here as soon as you have confirmed. But it will either be Saturday or Sunday, but obviously you can always watch on catch up afterwards. But other than that, thank you all very much. Thank you for watching, people on the streams, and take care and have a good week.